There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Robot Marshall, play the theme music. Play it. No. Come on. We have a bigger audience now, man. You can't keep doing this. It was okay when we were just kind of... Anyway. Hello, everyone. We usually have theme music. Or at least in my head, we have theme music. This is Fat Jacks Comicrypt, and it presents the Latchkey Manifesto. Al is talking to our producer Kyle right now because he's having some issues. So excuse us.
What's up, everybody?
And I guess I've introduced you to Al, a comic employee. I am also a random comic shop employee. My name is Brendan, and we're here to talk and sell some comics. Thank you very much to the Experience for allowing us to be on here. We always appreciate it. Excuse Al's arm as he, again, uses our only camera to chat. Anyone who is not familiar with our Facebook live stream, you are now getting the glimpse at our brand, and our brand is complete unprofessional amateurism.
DIY, people.
And it's great. They can't even, all they see is your mask. They can't even see your face.
Uh-oh. We're getting text now.
Uh-oh, we're getting text now. Okay. All right, don't trip. That'd be really terrible if someone got hurt on the show.
All right.
It'd be quite embarrassing.
There we go. All right, give me 1 second.
Anyway, welcome everybody. Anyone who's joining us from our last show, we've already been doing 2 hours of this, so welcome to part 2 of our Sunday night.
I guess
Everybody's
having a nice Sunday.
I hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. We have snow outside. I don't know how many other people in the country right now have snow. But I'm very excited about it, especially for my dog. My dog, Parker Posey, loves the snow, and I am always happy when she's happy, that's for sure. Anyway, let's do a little bit of business so we can get to the actual books. Right now, we're still, in terms of purchasing things, if you see anything that you're interested in and you are in the chat, drop us in the chat, let us know what books you want, all that kind of stuff. We'll put it aside for you. Now, with that said, though, anybody that's in the Philadelphia area, anybody that knows about our Center City shop here in Philadelphia, or knows about our New Jersey shop over in Oakland, if you are in the area and you want to purchase anything tonight, let us know what books you want, and we'll put them aside for you, and we'll keep them at the shop, your preferred shop, for you to pick them up. But if anyone is outside of the Philadelphia area and you need the book shipped to you, this is where it gets a little bit more confusing, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more clear information going forward. So I guess for right now, if you are outside of the Philadelphia area and you would like books being shipped to you, please contact us directly, either through email or direct message on our Facebook page, and that is facebook.com/Fat Jacks Comicrypt. Now you'll see up there in the what's that for you guys? I guess that's the top right-hand corner. For us, it's the top left. So if you're confused about how to spell Comicrypt, there it is right there. And in the link to our Facebook page, please excise the apostrophe. So it's FATJACKSCOMICRYPT. That was a mouthful. So anyway, again, anyone who is in the area, and you could pick it up from our Center City shop or our Jersey shop, just let us know what books you want. We'll put them aside for you, kind of like how we do on our normal Facebook stream. But anyone from outside of the area, we will ship books for you. But we just need you to contact us directly on our Facebook page so we can get your contact information so we can get those books to you. Also, shipping costs at the moment is $7. But again, if you order multiple books, multiple orders, all that kind of stuff, we will combine them as best we can to try to keep shipping costs as low as possible. All right, so with that said, Al, am I forgetting anything offhand before we really get into it?
I don't think so.
Like, all right, so we've talked about how people purchase books. We talked about some of the shipping. How are you doing in terms of your technical issues?
Everything is good over here. Kyle got me the.
We're back on and everything?
We're good to go.
Okay.
We got Lisa.
Oh, Lisa's there. Hey, Lisa.
She's ready for some books. Mr. Hunter's back as well.
Mr. Hunter, good stuff, man. Great to see you guys. We really appreciate your support, fellas
everybody
and ladies.
Everything looks good. I'm back up.
So you're back up. We're all good. So we can just start rolling.
Let's sell some books.
Okay, we're gonna start talking about some books.
Yeah,
now, unlike last week, we're gonna try something that we normally do on our show, on our other show, just to kind of like help with some of the pacing and stuff like that, and not get too quickly overwhelmed. So so here are our spotlight books. I'm going to slowly begin to reveal them. We're going to talk about them, all that kind of stuff. Once all of them are revealed, we'll start to kind of take it easy, and then we'll begin to replace the ones that maybe people aren't, that interested in with some new books. So with that said, let's get started. So the first book right off. Okay, here we go. This is a fun little Bronze Age Marvel book. This is Marvel Presents Bloodstone #1. Now, this is the origin and first appearance of Ulysses Bloodstone and the actual Bloodstone, which is part of one of my favorite Captain America stories, Hunt for Bloodstone, or the Bloodstone Hunt. That was good, man, from the late 80s.
That's my favorite Captain America.
Me too, in a lot of ways.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite American stories.
Right, they introduced Diamondback, they introduced Crossbones.
And they're on it's like an Indiana Jones.
It's Indiana Jones.
They're on the wheel.
Baron Zemo, you get Batroc the Leaper.
You get Diamondback in a swimsuit.
Diamondback in a
Her
swimsuit.
suit gets all ripped.
With pink hair. Before that was super cool. I even think she had pink hair before most anime characters. Anyway, people, in terms of our notes here, Al, who actually wrote and illustrated?
So that's a John Warner.
John Warner
wrote it with Mike Vosberg and Pat Boyette did the art.
Mike Vosberg, okay.
That's a Gil Kane cover.
And a Gil Kane cover. One thing, I don't know if we're going to be able to get to them, but I'll tell you one thing. In terms of a lot of the books that I did a lot of research for this past week, lots of Gil Kane covers.
Really? Yeah.
A lot. In fact, I like Gil Kane a lot more than I think I realized before this week.
I was going to say his covers are really...
His covers are awesome, man. He gets some great ones. Anyway, this is, I'm pretty sure the only thing that makes this book unique is it is the origin and first appearance of this character, Ulysses Bloodstone. Now, it is priced at $8. What do we have it graded at, Al?
Fine. It's about a fine.
About a fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. On to our next book. Here we go. This is The Mighty Thor #1. This is the gatefold cover. This is Jane Foster as Thor. Here's your unworthy Thor. This was the Russell Dauterman illustrated series. There's Jason Aaron. Now, just don't be confused. Marvel has a lot of #1s. They'll get 10 issues through a series and suddenly stop it. New #1. So I don't want people to be confused with the Thor #1 that is actually considered to be the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. This is not that issue. This is the issue that pretty much leads up to Thor 700, where it then reverts back to its legacy numbering. And then at the end of this volume is pretty much the end of Jane Foster as Thor as we know it. And then it restarts as the Thor series with Del Mundo, I believe, was doing the art, which would lead into the Unworthy Thor and the King Thor. And then, obviously Odin's son gets Mjolnir back. But anyway, this is a fun little book. It's a very fine near mint copy. We have it for $8. There we go.
What would Jason Aaron's Thor be omnibus size? Like, would it be 2?
Oh my God! I mean, okay.
Or 3?
All right, just so we know, for anyone who didn't actually read Jason Aaron's Thor run as it was originally coming out, he wrote that book for 7 years. Like,
I mean, they're doing completes. They've done two complete collections so far.
All right, so let me think about this. Okay, so
that would get into double digits.
Thor: God of Thunder is Jason Aaron's Volume 1 was Thor. The complete edition is only half of God of Thunder, Volume 1.
Yeah.
So Volume 2 is pretty much probably going to complete the rest of the God of Thunder. And then after that, then you get Thor with Jane Foster. And then that ran for maybe into double digits.
Okay.
And then we get Mighty Thor, #1, which leads up to the Legacy Edition numbering, where it turns back to 700 and so forth.
And that's the end of Jane.
And I'm pretty sure it's the end of Jane Foster. And then that leads into then the Jason Aaron, Mike Del Mundo Thor run, where he's back to being Thor.
Those were some great covers.
Those were great. And then in between all of that, you get the Unworthy Thor storyline.
Right.
And then the King Thor 4-issue miniseries is the end of Jason Aaron's Thor run. So that's over the course of 7 years. So I would think in terms of complete collections, we're at least looking at 5 or 6.
Crazy.
At least. I mean, it's one of the best Thor runs of all time. Bar none. It's up there with Kirby's Thor run. It's up there with Walt Simonson's Thor run.
So by the time Volume 5 comes out, 1 through 4 will be out of print.
Out of print, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So get them while they're hot.
But if we were doing like absolutes or like big omnibuses, probably like 2. Yeah. No, I would say more 2. Yeah, definitely. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next book. On to the next one. Okay. There's no speculation here. It's not that. It's just this is a hard to find book. This is 7 to Eternity, #2. This is the Rick Remender, Jerome Opeña series that's coming to an end very soon. Now, #1 sells for high value. You're looking at a book that goes for somewhere between $30 to $60. Issue #2 is also a little hard to find. Pretty much only 1 and 2 of this series have value at the moment. Who knows going forward? For all we know, they're going to make a movie or something. But anyway, this is a very fine near mint copy. This is cover B. So it's not the Jerome Opeña cover. I'm trying to think who this artist is. Oh, dang it. I should have really looked. Whoa, all right, cool. All right, our lamp just fell. Do you want to help with that?
I got that.
So anyways, here we go. 7 to Eternity, #2. It's a very fine near mint book at $10. Okay, this is a hard issue to find. You like a lot of issue #2s. All right, and then we're going to move on to this issue. Oh, okay, this is a fun little one. Let's hold on a second as Al gets our light back up. Yeah, I guess just shoot it back there. Yeah, just again, par for the course, people. This is our brand. This is how we do it. Books try to commit suicide. Lamps try to jump off of buildings. I mean, we are tearing it up. Nothing like hardcore professionalism. All right, here we go, people. This is Marvel Comics Presents #72. Now, for anyone who didn't grow up reading comic books or you're not completely immersed in the history of the art form, this is the issue that begins the very famous storyline by Barry Windsor Smith, the Weapon X storyline. Now, before Origin and Origin 2 and everything, this is the closest thing that a story came to the Wolverine origin. And this is where it begins, people. Now, Al, what's my grading for this book? I do have it priced at $20. And I'm pretty sure I'm close to like very fine or very fine plus.
Yeah, very fine near mint.
Very fine near mint. Okay, yeah. This is a gorgeous copy. So here you go. If you're not familiar with it, this is the first part of the 13-part Weapon X storyline by Barry Windsor Smith. which originally came out in 1991 for all you 90s kids. So, no, that's some really good
I
stuff.
think that's Adam Prime too, probably.
The Weapon X stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
No, yeah, like in terms of collections?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it is.
No.
Well, because that's one that, like, the Weapon X, the Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X, especially if you were a child of the 90s, you probably didn't read it because it sold out everywhere, but everyone wanted it because it's the closest thing that anyone came to Wolverine's origin. Because
it was like hyper violent.
Oh, super hyper violent. And again, if you're not familiar with Barry Windsor Smith, he is one of the best artists. He's just wonderful. Oh, who's that? Is that Mr. Hunter?
Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Thanks, Mr. Hunter. But I want to really reiterate real quick because it's a fun little anecdote. If anyone in the chat knows I'm wrong, please tell me. But this is how I know it. Supposedly in the 90s, a lot of the X-Men editors were very specific about don't resolve any Chris Claremont subplots. And the biggest Chris Claremont subplot that he left dangling when he left the X-Men titles was the origin of Wolverine. That's why we ended up with the possibility that Sabretooth was his father. At one point, I think in Wolverine 50, like he was supposedly, I don't know, man, the amount of like memory implants that they would like throw at you where they'd be like, oh, this is his true origin. Now we take it back to memory implant. But the one storyline that they actually upheld in terms and made it canon when they finally revealed his origin was that Weapon X storyline. So that's a good one. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next book. And the next one we have is, this is a fun one. If you were watching our show prior, Fat Jacks Part 1, here we are with another issue of Jungle Action. Here we go, Jungle Action number 16. I believe this is like very good plus.
Very good. Yeah.
Very good, so it's only $5. This is written by Don McGregor and illustrated by, let's see, I was looking at my notes right now. Yeah.
Bill Graham.
Bill Graham?
Bill Graham.
Bill Graham,
Yeah.
the evangelical?
Billy Graham.
Billy Graham? Wait, Billy Graham was a comic artist?
What number is that?
Number 16.
Number 16.
It's 16, yeah.
Billy Graham, my friend.
Billy Graham, okay. Well, he was saving souls. He was drawing Black Panther comics.
A Gil Kane cover.
This is a Gil Kane cover. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Again, we're back to Gil Kane, man.
There you go.
Telling you, a lot of Gil Kane. Did I note anything about the net?
Nah, this is another. He's fighting Venom again.
Oh, we're back to Venom.
So I think this concludes the Venom story.
It concludes the Venom storyline. And just in case anyone, again, wasn't there for our first part, Venom has two ends.
Yeah.
So he's not Eddie Brock.
I think that's a Killmonger. I think Killmonger shows up.
Killmonger, because he shows up in a lot of
Venom. He's like. They're
Yo,
connected.
correct me if I'm wrong. Is Killmonger a Kirby concept, or is Killmonger a Don McGregor character?
I think he's a Don McGregor creation.
You think was he introduced in Jungle Action?
I'm pretty sure his first appearance is one of the Jungle Actions.
Is one of the Jungle Actions.
It's probably like 15.
Okay, if anyone in the chat wants to Google real quick, I'm curious. Let us know what the first appearance. What issue is the first appearance of Killmonger? Because I'm pretty sure it's a Don McGregor concept. Because Killmonger didn't show up in the Fantastic Four run. No, I didn't think so. All right, anyway, so now we're going to move on. Okay, here we go. This is some fun stuff. This is also a little serendipity. This is going to coincide with some promotions we're going to have in terms of the Experience commercial. For anyone who's not aware, Keanu Reeves is involved in a little book called Berserker. He's also in my little game Cyberpunk 2077. I know everyone hates it, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. So whatever. But anyway, this is the Dynamite series of John Wick. Now, these are some speculation books because, now this is issue number 4, but the thing is all of these issues are going up in value. They're jumping all over the place. This one's a very fine near mint. We're selling for $8, but some of these issues are going for upwards around $20. They've already confirmed that Keanu Reeves is going to do a John Wick 4 and 5, and just in case anyone didn't know beforehand, this John Wick series for Dynamite, and I guess any other series going forward, are considered canon to the John Wick universe. And if you love the John Wick universe as much as I do, these are great books. And again, I don't know how big of the print runs they are, but they're really hard to find, I think, recently. Oh, so is that our Jungle Action number 6? Is that the Killmonger first appearance?
Looks that way.
Excellent.
Rick
Thank you.
Buckler. How about that?
Thank you very much, Lord
Lord Howard Hurts.
Howard Hurts. All right. Howard Hurts. I like it. Good.
Where are the books from earlier show?
Oh, I put them. put them away in the books from previous shows.
Okay. Right.
So if you look in the box over there, there is a pile of books that are upside down. It's those.
Okay.
Why, do we have someone looking for something?
I'm looking for that jungle action.
Oh, the Venom?
Yeah.
Okay, it's there. Bring the box over. Because people want to see you on screen, man. People don't want to just look at me. In fact, people really don't want to look at me.
What do we got? So we got these at 6 and 5. Mr. Williams is inquiring.
Oh, he's inquiring. Okay, all right.
Just so everybody's, just as a refresher, I can't communicate in the chat. So if you want to purchase something, hit it up in the chat and we'll announce it on the.
Oh, yeah,
on air.
we did forget about that. As much as Snyder told us we should have 2 computers going and stuff,
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do that right now. So again, if anyone expects to hear from Al in the chat, we can't do that right now. We're not there. We'll try to figure it out. So anything, if you want a response, we can only respond during the show. So
So for the 2 jungle actions, we got them at 6 and 5. Mr. Williams is wondering, but for him, we'll go for $10.
yes, Mr. Williams, if you look, if you like both, we'll give them to you for $10.
2 for 10.
Yeah, 2 for 10. So let us know, man. We'll keep them off to the side there for you. You think about it. All right, while you think about it, let's move on to the next. Oh, okay. All right, now these are some big EB Smooth Speculation Siesta books, okay? And this isn't even the big one. This is like the least of them all, but still carries a lot of interest, carries a lot of value. Back in terms of my notes, Al, what year was this miniseries put out?
What's that, 5 Ronin?
Yeah.
That's 2011.
2011. Okay, so in 2011, right around the time when Ed Brubaker and Matt Fraction were doing some really cool comics with the Immortal Iron Fist, they introduced the series called The Immortal Weapons, and David Aja, who was doing the art for Immortal Iron Fist, he also did the covers for the Immortal Weapons, where it was like sort of Japanese wood print style with like a certain character, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I guess Marvel was just like, that's really cool. Let's kind of do a mini series where we take very famous Marvel characters and we make them samurais and we put them into feudal Japan. Pretty much Marvel was like, what would it be like if Spider-Man was Lone Wolf and Cub, or the Hulk was, you know, Toshi Mifune or something like that, you know? And so we got the 5-issue miniseries, 5 Ronins. Now, the thing with the 5 Ronins book is, I don't know if it sold well at the time. I'm pretty sure it wasn't printed all that crazy. It looked like it was a little bit too much of a novelty at the time. So the book kind of went under the radar for a while. But years later, almost a decade later, the books are hot and people are looking for them, and there's not that many of them. Now, one of them that we were lucky enough to find was issue number 2, which is the Hulk issues. Now, this is the normal Mark Brooks cover. This is 5 Ronin, number 2, Hulk. Now, this is a hard-to-find book, and we have it valued at very fine near mint. It's a $10 book. You know, check out online, man. These books are hot. Now, the David Aja variants, which this one has one, and I'm pretty sure we have one somewhere floating around. They're the more expensive and hotter books. But even these Cover A Mark Brooks covers, well, Mark Brooks, I'm pretty sure only did the Hulk, because I think David Aja did variant covers for each of the issues, akin to the Immortal Weapons and Immortal Iron Fist. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here we are. Just so for the sake of conversation. So here we are. This is 5 Ronins, number 2. This is cover A, the Mark Brooks cover, and this is the David Aja variant. Now, it's the David Aja variants that really carry a lot of the value. So this one's $10 at very fine near mint. This one is $20 at very fine near mint as well. All right, so there we go.
What's the name of the new Keanu Reeves book?
Berserker.
Mr. Hunter actually already answered it, but I wanted to announce.
Oh, okay, yes, Berserker is the new Keanu Reeves book. It's coming out soon. I think we'll know the date very shortly.
What's that, Boom?
Is it Boom?
It's like it's Boom, or I don't know.
Kyle, the Berserker book. Who's publishing it? Just, I don't know, give us a heads
If
up.
anybody knows, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's.
We don't sell comic books.
Yeah, I know. You would think we would know, right? Oh, here we go. This is a fun little one. This is akin to our last show as well. We have a little run of this. This is Detective Comics number 510. Now, Al, in terms of my notes, this is a very fine near mint copy at $8.
Yes.
We have a Gene Colan and Dick Giordano cover, but who is the writer and artist of the book itself?
This is 510?
510, yeah.
Jerry Conway.
Jerry Conway, and who's the artist?
Gene Colan.
Oh, Gene Colan did the interiors as well. That's awesome. Now, the thing that makes this book kind of funny is Batman gets captured by the Mad Hatter, and the Mad Hatter is really, really upset because supposedly the Mad Hatter that Batman had been fighting for the past couple decades was not the original Mad Hatter he fought in the Golden Age. So the original Mad Hatter comes back, captures Batman, gets really mad at him, and I don't know if it happens in this issue. Do my notes say it? Because at some point, the original Mad Hatter kills his imposter. It's not this issue. Okay. But still, did I take any notes down in terms of anything that made this?
I mean, you covered it.
Okay, I covered it. Okay.
There's a Batgirl, Supergirl. It's their last.
Yes. There's a backup feature in this of Batgirl and Supergirl. It's the last time they team up together until
Crisis 4.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 4. Okay, all right. And what year was this issue, man?
82.
This is 82. Okay, so 3 years later, or 3 or 4 years later, is when Batgirl and Supergirl will team up once again. This is the last time they hung out together for many years.
Shout out to Kyle. FOCs on Berserker is tomorrow, so let your local shops know.
There you go. If you're interested in Berserker, number 1, the Keanu Reeves book, and trust me, if they decide to make a movie out of it or something, and I bet you that's probably what it's doing. Keanu Reeves is hot now, people. Yeah. You know, he's haunting me in my Cyberpunk game. He's constantly calling me a conformist. I'm like, what? He doesn't think I'm cool enough, you know.
He's pretty perceptive.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing like being mocked by a video game character played by an actual famous actor. You know. Anyway.
Shout out to Keanu Reeves if you're watching.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. There you go. All right, here we go, people. Now we have a fun little Bronze Age DC book. This is DC Comics Presents number 1. Now, Al, who is the writer and artist of this?
That's Martin Pasco and Garcia Lopez.
Oh yeah, Garcia Lopez. Even does the Martin Pasco.
He does the cover and the art.
Garcia, he does the cover, does the art, all that good stuff. But the thing that makes this book a little unique is it's the 4th time Superman and the Flash do their little race. Now, this book is, what is it graded at? Because it's valued at $20, and we have it graded fine.
Fine plus.
Fine plus, okay, because I was going to say, it can't be just fine. This is actually pretty nice. All right, so Fine Plus is a $20 book. This is DC Comics Presents number 1, the 4th time Superman and the Flash race.
Just to get a little business out the way.
Yeah.
So Mr. Williams wants the Berserker book.
Okay.
Mr. Hunter wants it as well.
Okay.
I'm going to add Mr. Williams 2 copies because Mr. Hunter doesn't have an active subscription with us yet.
Okay.
Just so you guys are clear, I can't communicate that in the chat. So there you go.
Okay. So
Sorry
Mr.
for
Hunter,
putting everybody's business out.
Yeah. Mr. Hunter, Mr. Williams, we'll let you know. You're our customers, so we'll take care of you guys here. I'll make a note of it, and we'll make sure we put you guys down for the Berserker number 1 book. Berserker, which I think doesn't have any vowels in the title. Yeah, I think it's a lot of Z's and R's.
Yeah. It's like if you're texting.
Yeah, very much so. Real quick, just out of curiosity, because this is the first time on the experience we're actually using our mic. Does everyone hear Al decently, pretty well? Let us know if you can hear Al or not.
Okay. I think we're about to go to commercial.
Oh, we're about to go to commercial. All right, Let's just take a moment and let's go to commercial.
We might be a little late on it. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, Kyle.
But we'll go now if you want.
Yeah, man. Let's roll. Kyle, take it away, man.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves, and I'm excited to introduce you to Berserker, a new comic book epic that kicks off in comic stores everywhere. It's a dream come true for me to create Berserker and collaborate with legends in the industry like writer Matt Kent, artist Ron Garney, color artist Bill Crabtree, letterer Clem Robbins, and artist Raphael Grandpa, providing character designs and covers, along with the great folks at Boom Studios. Creating and co-writing Berserker is a thrill for me, as I've loved comics since I was a young kid, and they've been a significant influence on me artistically throughout my career. If you want to pre-order your copy, just contact your local comic shop, which you can find by visiting comicshoplocator.com, and let them know you want them to pull a copy of Berserker for you every month. That's all it takes to join us for this exciting 12-issue series about an immortal man cursed with power, forced into violence, and searching for meaning in a life consumed by chaos. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy it.
I told you, it's herpes. I don't understand how you... I mean, it's so obvious. Oh, shoot, we're back. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, let's pretend you didn't hear anything, and let's move on with comics. Yes, you know, we're a comic book shop, and we sell comic books. We don't talk about inappropriate things. No, that's not what people do, especially us. Ooh, this is a fun one. Okay, here we go. This is an EB Smooth Speculation Siesta. Here we have the first appearance and origin in comic books of the Toxic Avenger. Now, there is a lot of heat around this book because the book has recently been optioned for a movie starring Peter Dinklage. I have no idea if he's playing the Toxic Avenger, but either way, I mean, if Peter Dinklage is connected to it, there is no doubt that Troma is going to try to reboot the Toxic Avenger. And not just that, if you got a little bit of 90s nostalgia, these books are not that easy to find. I think a lot of people trashed them back in the day.
Lloyd Kaufman has endorsed the new script.
Ooh, he has. Lloyd Kaufman, the creator of Toxic Avenger, has endorsed the new movie script, so that's encouraging. So anyone who's looking for a little speculation and stuff like that, and maybe kind of like, you know, make a little money on the back end, here we have a very fine near mint copy of Toxic Avenger #1 for $15. Can't go wrong, people. There's not that many of them.
What's everybody's favorite Trauma feature? In the chat, hit me up in the chat. Because what? All right, how many?
Yeah, how many people are familiar with Troma?
How many can you name?
Okay, how many? Okay. So, Toxic Avenger 1, 2, and 3, Sergeant Kabuki.
That's the only one I can name.
Class of Nukem High.
Oh yeah.
Troma and Juliet, which is really disgusting. I mean, there's a scene in there. There's a sex scene in there that is. I thought I had a strong stomach, but there's a scene. I think he like crawls inside her. It was wild.
Did you see the? I think there was like a turkey, like Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It was like a killer turkey, like a turkey zombie.
Yeah, killer turkey movie. Was that Troma?
I think so.
Okay, all right. I don't know if I can think of any more Troma. Like back in the day, I could when I was more of a ridiculous 15-year-old.
The Kabuki Samurai, like that was the. I can always remember that.
But wasn't that called Sergeant Kabuki?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like Sergeant Kabuki. If anyone else let us know, I know the Toxic Avenger movie, Sergeant Kabuki, Class of Nukem High was a favorite of mine. Troma and Juliet.
They always got a lot of play.
Yeah, they're fine. It feels like a 15-year-old grew up and never actually matured their humor. But you know, teach their own. All right, so here we go. So the next book up we have. Oh, okay. So anyone who doesn't know, Disney Plus is beginning to ramp up the possibility of Secret Invasion storyline series, really. And the big rumor about that series is that Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury is going to be play a big role in the Secret Invasion story. So in terms of comic books, this is actually Ultimate Marvel Team Up #5. This is the first appearance of Ultimate Nick Fury. Now, what separates Ultimate Nick Fury from his 616 counterpart is, I bet you can't guess, yep, this Ultimate Nick Fury is black. So, of course, Samuel Jackson became the Nick Fury we all know and love in the MCU. And this is the very first time that the idea of a black Nick Fury was introduced. Diversity is very important, people, but it sometimes comes out very awkwardly at first.
2001. 2001.
Yeah, this book came out in 2001.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I give Mark Millar and Brian Michael Bendis a lot of credit in regards to this Ultimate stuff. I mean, we know how it ended, kind of more of a whimper than a bang. But in terms of like starting out with these Ultimate books, it was a big deal. Marvel was desperate, and Ultimate X-Men and Ultimate Spider-Man were a huge part of that. So anyway, this issue, issue number 5, is by Brian Michael Bendis and Mike Allred. Technically speaking, it's a team-up between Spider-Man and Iron Man, but at the very end of the book, Tony Stark meets with a shadowy figure who steps out of the shadows and is revealed to be Nick Fury. All right, so there we go. Ultimate Marvel Team-Up number 5, the first appearance of Black Nick Fury. All right.
I like how the chat bubbles up.
Oh, it bubbles up?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, see,
I guess Kyle highlights it.
Oh, Kyle does that?
So we can see, like, in the screen. Yeah,
That's cool. Oh, nice. I sometimes miss it just because I can't.
yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Mr. Williams saying it was weird to me at first, too. Was that the race change for Nick Fury? Did that throw you off at first? You're like, what the heck?
Poultrygeist.
Oh, there's a long list on Wikipedia. Maybe not the whole list.
Poultrygeist.
Poultrygeist. That's the evil.
The evil turd. Yeah.
How about this? Everybody, throw us out some favorite Troma movies. Okay?
Whatever you got.
Thinking about it, I know for a fact Troma's got a long list of movies. Let's not bog ourselves down with that. Okay, so
We got a show to do here, buddy.
we do have a show. Yeah. I mean, as everyone can tell, we're really good at it. You know, so I mean,
Kyle's buying Poultrygeist right now.
why did you like forget that it existed? You're like, oh no, I gotta get that on Blu-ray before it goes out of print.
I mean,
You know, I wonder if Troma's gonna have its own streaming service at some point. You know,
it's recent and it's a Troma. That's why. It's from like in the last 10 years.
is it really?
Yeah.
Like Troma's still around? Is Troma still around, people?
or they got bought out by who knows?
Maybe somebody bought it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. Well, here we go. This is I think we might be running out of copies of this. We're definitely running out of like the better copies of this. But for anyone who's been watching our shows,
He's got beat up like Robin.
he's got. I'm gonna beat you like Jason Todd. Here we go, people. Here's another copy of Batman 428, Part 3 of Death in the Family. But what makes this book famous is this is the issue where the Joker beats Jason Todd's Robin to death with a crowbar. So there you go. Now this is we've had much better copies. I know Mr. Hunter bought one. Now we're back to like I think we have like 1 or 2 copies left.
I think of this might be the last, if not the last. We might have one in the.
We might have one more. Now this is only $10.
Yeah.
So because what's the condition of it?
I mean, it's fine plus.
It's
maybe.
a fine plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's $10, so yeah, fine. So
Yeah,
so it's fine.
So it's fine. Okay, so you have a $10 book. If anything else, man, this Mike Mignola cover is amazing, man. It's so iconic. I mean, even $10, put this thing in a little frame, hang it up, and always remember the time Joker beat Jason Todd to death with a crowbar. And by the way, I know somebody bought the issue that comes right after this, but in case you don't remember, the way that Joker gets away with the murder is he's the ambassador to Iran. And he's even wearing like it's insane. The 80s, man.
Romeo and Juliet is Lisa's pick.
Romeo and Juliet is Lisa's pick.
And
Okay.
Trouble in Nightingale is Lord Howard Hurts. I don't know what that
Trouble in Nightingale. Let us know what that is. Actually, that's one I'm not familiar with. Is that an old one, a new one?
It says 2019.
Holy dang. So they're really still pumping out movies.
Can I get 7 to Eternity number 2?
Yes.
Thor number 1.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, Mighty Thor. You clear
Yes.
Mighty Thor.
Number 1.
And Death in the Family.
And Death in the Family, yes.
And thank you, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams. All right, buddy. What a great little
Mr. Hunter's getting his slapped.
What a great little. Oh, dude, man, Mr. Hunter, you bought that $30 one, right?
Yeah.
That was like a very fine plus, very fine year, man. Get that thing slapped, dude. That's a great book, man. Plus, the cool thing about those CGC slabs and stuff, they make for really nice, like, it's almost like you framed your book and you can kind of hang it up. My buddy Emiliano, he's got a couple personal ones slabbed and hanging up on his wall, and it looks really pretty and nice.
Can you have like when they get them slabbed? Is it it's tempered so like it won't fade the book?
I don't know for certain, but I think that's the case.
Like it would be, so you could display it.
Like I think the plastic is, but again, if you're gonna display your comics as like frame stuff, don't display them near sunlight or anything.
Yeah.
Display them near like soft, warm indoor lighting or something like that. And usually, if anything, don't let it be direct on the comic. The best thing I can recommend, obviously, most of you know because you're comic fans, you're collectors and stuff. Don't expose your books to too much direct light. Don't expose them to direct sunlight for any reason outside of your reading it out, in the sun for a few minutes. Because man, sunlight fades stuff so fast.
I mean, Mike changes the jersey posters like every 2-3 months.
Really?
And like they just get bleached out.
Yeah. I wonder if he's angled because ours we have some posters out front for anyone who's never been to the Fat Jack Center City shop before. We have a bunch of posters outside in the window. I don't know if maybe because we're facing north instead of facing east and west, we don't get as much direct sunlight.
And there's nothing there except for the municipal building, which is not tall. So
yeah, right. That makes sense.
it just bleaches the hell.
Okay, so let's watch time because I have to remember we're doing great for time.
We're on time.
All right, because always gotta remember our commercial breaks. We have to be professional comic book salesmen.
Uh-oh.
All right, I know, right? Isn't that scary? All right, why don't you grab some notes on this one here?
What do you got there?
This is what we have here is Marvel Spotlight Volume 2, Number 1. This is it stars Captain Marvel and Drax the Destroyer.
This is a Doug Munch.
Is this Doug Mensch?
Yeah.
Doug Mensch or Munch?
I always say Munch.
We keep going back and forth with this. I apologize if Doug Munch or Mensch ever watches this. I'm sorry, bud. We're not butchering your name because
If
we don't
anybody
like
wants
you.
to phonetically spell it for us in the chat, please do so.
Okay, so this book is $7. What do we have it graded at, Al?
Very good plus.
Very good plus. Nice. Okay, so not the best copy. I know this book has a little bit of value. Other than it's starring Captain Marvel and Drax the Destroyer, did I note anything of real interest about it?
No, I mean
It's a nice cover. Who does the cover?
Pat Broderick art.
Oh, Pat Broderick.
Jeff Aislinn and Bob McLeod.
Okay.
I don't know Jeff Aislinn.
I'm not familiar with Jeff Aislinn. Bob McLeod. Is McLeod?
What did I say? McLeod?
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 Is that McLeod? Is that how you say?
Do we look like idiots? Do we just stand here and just...
Moench.
Okay, Moench. All right.
And Mr. Williams is gonna take that.
Wait, the Marvel Spotlight number 1?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. This is fun stuff, dude. Anything with Captain Marvel from the Bronze Age Marvel stuff is always a blast.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. How many spots you got up there?
Oh, actually, I could take at least 3 more Spotlight books. And at some point, we're going to have to say goodbye to Marvel Presents Bloodstone.
You want something a little bigger?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, here.
Give me something.
Here, I'm going to move. Here, let's do a couple things here.
Well,
Okay.
You got Captain Marvel, Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
You're good on that.
All right, so let's hold off on that one. Here, if anyone's interested in Marvel Presents number 1, just let us know, but we're going to move this to make some room for some new books. All right, so here, why don't you take that Marvel Presents number 1?
Cool.
Okay, and we're going to reveal these 2 books here. Grab the notes, just so when I lean into you. Oh, fun one! Okay, I applaud Al for finding this issue. I never knew we had it. This is very unique. This is Fugitoid number 1 from 1985 by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. If those names don't immediately trigger a memory, it's because they're the creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the fun thing about this issue, Fugitoid number 1, this actually was printed and takes place between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 4 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 5. Now, the reason that that's significant is if you don't know, go check out how much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics from 1983, 84, and 85 are going for. And I'm not even talking about first prints. like, and I'm not even talking about third, fourth, and fifth prints, like counterfeit copies of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics from the early 80s have value.
Well, what was he saying? The fifth print of Turtles now is what all the collectors are looking for?
Yeah, I think it's fifth print because it's the lowest of all the print runs, which is funny considering the first print had a print run of like 10,000 comics or something. Anyway, this is Fugitoid #1. It's an early appearance of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It also introduces one of the early supporting characters of the early Eastman Laird Turtles books. This is Dr. Honeycutt. He's a doctor who's there's an accident and his consciousness is transferred to his gardening droid, Fugitoid. But the problem is everyone else thinks that Fugitoid killed Dr. Honeycutt. So Fugitoid finds himself on the run where he runs into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who take pity on him and take him in to help him. Now this issue leads directly into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #5. And then Fugitoid will show up in the early Eastman Laird Turtles books for a while. He becomes sort of their sidekick for a bit. And this book, now we have it graded at a fine plus, and it's $30. But I got to tell you, people, these Turtles books they're not making them any younger. They're only getting older. Nick,
3,000
all right.
of Turtles.
Yeah. So Fugitoid #1, $30, and it looks like Nick just claimed it. So we're going to say goodbye to Fugitoid #1. All right.
Shout out to our customer Ed, who actually just purchased a copy of this along with, I think, issues 2 through 5.
Oh,
from another customer.
Nice.
Who's really upset that he sold all his Turtles. Really upset.
Yeah. Wait, did someone say something in the chat we should be aware of? Did I say something wrong or?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I've got 3,000 copies of Turtles #1.
Oh, 3,000 copies. Okay, thank you. I knew it was like some ridiculous number.
Thank you, Mr. Barucci. You can pay Mike for this just directly. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. All right. So, this is a fun one because this one ties in directly to one of my all-time favorite Batman runs. People on this show probably heard me talk about Tom King's Batman run, which is one of my all-timers. But the other all-timer, and one is not better than the other, they're just my preferred things, is the Grant Morrison Batman. Now, the Grant Morrison Batman was born out of this original graphic novel that came out in 1987 by Mike Barr and Jerry Bingham. Now, this is Batman, Son of the Demon. Now, this storyline, pretty much, Ra's al Ghul, Batman and Talia al Ghul have a little bit of a relationship, a little bit of a will they, won't they and stuff. Well, Ra's al Ghul, who wants desperately for him to be his son-in-law, they kidnap Batman. And they not only kidnap Batman, but how do I say this delicately? Okay, so...
Oh, Mr. Hunter's going to take it.
He's going to take it.
Whenever you're finished with it.
Okay, but
it is a very adult story.
It's a very adult story. It's $20, but it's infamous and famous now. Because this is the book that was considered non-canon for almost 20 years before Grant Morrison went, you know what? It is canon. Here's Damian Wayne. All right, so the way the idea works is Ra's al Ghul kidnaps Batman, and without his consent and his knowledge, he marries Batman to Talia al Ghul. Batman's not too cool with that, but he still digs Talia. But the problem is that Talia drugs him, and then let's call it without Batman's consent, she ends up getting pregnant with his child. Now, yeah, please. And if you have any questions, this is very complicated. So
Talia Ghul,
the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, she
drugs back. Did you ever see? So the book is sold, so we're just gonna take a minute.
Okay.
In like '99, when Triple H drugged Stephanie McMahon, and they did a drive-through wedding. And he ventriloquist talked to her. You remember that?
I do not, because I wasn't watching at the time. But that sounds like a comic book.
I don't know why that made me think of it.
That sounds like a comic book plot.
That was not quite as adult as this book gets.
But I want to reiterate, doing anything to somebody without their consent is wrong.
No.
Just so we're clear.
By all means.
But so the way this book plays out is at the very end, when Batman gets really upset at everything that was done to him, Talia lies to him and tells him that she had a miscarriage. And at the end of the
honestly, like, that's.
But just so you know,
that's extremely adult, because we all know what's going on here. That's extremely adult for a DC comic in the 80s.
Which is why DC just ignored it.
Like, as far as, like, even as dark as DC was getting, like, this would be pretty dark coming out today.
Yeah, like they weren't comfortable yet using the R word.
Yeah.
And there's a few people even now who believe that certain men, you can't be R-worded because supposedly certain things don't work. I completely disagree, but but
this is a great.
It's a brilliant book, and again, if you've never read Grant Morrison's Batman run, like that is like pretty much issue 0, because then you get the storyline Batman and Son. And that is when we were introduced to Damian Wayne.
So this is essentially the first appearance of Damian Wayne.
Yes,
in some ways.
In some ways, yeah, it is. Now
as far as like
the industry and stuff, they haven't really
they won't acknowledge.
They won't acknowledge that and stuff because the book was ignored for 25, almost 30 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were just like, we can't do this. Batman has a kid rolling out there. That's so stupid. Well, never ever. Don't underestimate Grant Morrison. That's all I got to say.
Did that happen to Nightwing also?
It did. Did someone bring that up in the chat?
Mr. Williams and Mr. Hunter are having a little back and forth.
You're right. Was that during the Chuck Dixon Nightwing run? Oh my God, I kind of feel like that did happen. Oh, doesn't that feel like a bunch of comic writers really kind of like working through some of their own kinky fantasies?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me a little bit. Yeah.
We'll rumble tonight.
We'll rumble tonight. We're gonna lose the whole audience.
We're not. Everybody stay.
All right. Nice. Okay, let's move on to another book. All right. So this one. All right. Okay, this is a fun one. Okay, this is part of the Marvel graphic novel series that they did throughout the 80s. Al, what number was this Emperor Doom in terms of the graphic novel series? Was it
17?
Like 37? Or,
I think 17.
Was it really that?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, anyway, Al looks because this is a $7 book because it's not the best edition.
27.
Oh, so Marvel graphic novels 27.
Both right.
Okay, so what's the condition I have set? Because again, we have some
this is
creases
fine.
here.
Yeah, just
fine.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, but the fun thing about this series, all right, this is David Michelin and Bob Hall, which was funny because Bob Hall was that artist we were trying to figure out who was the kind of Frank Miller-esque person in the 90s. This is what I was thinking of, Bob Hall. Okay. Anyway, this Emperor Doom is considered by many to be one of the better Doom stories of all time. This is the story where Dr. Doom, in my notes, did I mention how he does it? But he pretty much, takes over the world.
I got distracted.
Okay, no problem. But anyway, Dr. Doom pretty much takes over the world, and he creates a utopia. No war.
He uses Purple Man's powers.
That's right. I knew it was a neat thing. Okay,
right.
So Doom uses the Purple Man to expand his powers so he can manipulate and subjugate all of Earth. But by doing that, Doom creates a utopia. And through that utopia, there's no war, there's no poverty, there's nothing. Everyone gets along, I guess. But the Avengers, who slowly begin to wake up, I'm not going to surprise which Avenger is the one who first wakes up and wakes everyone else up. It's kind of funny. But anyway, this story, it's very philosophical, or kind of ethically gray, because the Avengers have to figure out, do they want to stop this utopia? I mean, admittedly, there's no war, there's no poverty, everything, except there's no freedom of choice. Everyone is technically, for lack of a better term, I apologize, but everyone's kind of an emotional and psychological slave. They have no free will. They have no choice. And so even though everyone is better off under Doom, are we better off without choice? I don't know. And the Avengers have to wrestle with that. And honestly, people, this isn't just me. A lot of people, and this is out of print, I don't know if they've ever printed this in a trade or something like that, but this Emperor Doom storyline is considered to be one of the best Doctor Doom stories of all time. So there we go there. Now here's yes.
Sorry. So
No, please.
Tarantula had her way with Nightwing on a roof after a fight.
That's right.
Shout out to Mr. Williams.
Thanks, Mr. Williams.
Shout out to Amelia Garcia as well.
Amelia Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Is that somebody new?
I don't know. Maybe.
If you're new, thank you very much for finding us.
Thank you for joining, Amelia. Did you used to live in Philly? At some point.
Oh, do you think it's?
I can't click on any of these things.
All right.
So hello everybody.
Hey everybody. We're just gonna keep moving along.
We'll just keep going.
All right. Now we're gonna get to our very first. Many of you who've joined us for the experience, you have not learned quite yet about our fifth dimensional imp, our own little Mr. Mixelplix, our little buddy CD. CD lives in a fifth dimensional. He's outside of this world, but he's a bit of a hoarder, and he's specifically a bit of a hoarder when it comes to comic books. And he keeps them all in this sort of like outer dimension sort of like hole or like pocket. And every now and again, while we're working to set up the show, we're trying to get everything ready, he'll suddenly just pop out and hand me a book. And more often than not, I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much, CD. This is great. And this book is one of those. All right. And this book is Akira #1. All right. Let's no glare there. I want everyone to be able to see that. Look at that. Gorgeous. This is a beautiful, very fine, near mint, white pages, sharp edges. I mean, this is beautiful. This is Kachira Otomo. This is the Epic Comics. What year was this? 87?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's like
88.
88. Okay. If you want to get into like first appearances, it's the first appearance of Kaneda. It's the first appearance of Tetsuo. Everybody, man. This book is hot. When I say hot, I mean it's iconic. There's a lot of interest in it. It's always selling. A lot more than this $50 in terms of my research.
Every 5 years, there's an announcement they're making a movie of this.
Oh yeah, and just so we're clear,
there's always interest in this book.
They're going to make a movie of this someday.
It may not be the best movie.
Yeah.
But they're going to adapt it.
They're going to adapt it. And I'll tell you one thing, these Epic collections, they're really hard to find. Now again, this isn't as scarce as the last like 4 or 5 issues of this series. I mean, good Lord, I think issue 37 or 38, whatever the final issue is, sometimes goes for like $400 or $500 because they printed nothing of it. But anyway,
this is full color too.
Oh, full, yeah. This is the full color because I think some of the Epic Collections issues going forward, they only do like color for the first like few issues.
No, they're all color.
Are they all color?
Did
I forget that?
The phone books are like.
That's right. It's the reprints. But anyway, this Akira, very fine near mint. It's a $50 book, and I'm telling you, that is not that expensive for this book. You're not finding this very often, people. And let's be honest, even the collections, like the phone book collections of Akira, they keep going out of print. Yeah. I don't understand why it's so hard to keep this book in print.
Keep like jumping to publishers.
Yeah. I mean, I need a water break. My mouth is so dry. For anyone who's never watched this before, the experience, water breaks, man. These masks. Whew.
Shout out to the Wordman if he's watching yet.
Gary. Hey, buddy. Hope you're out there.
He might still be stuck in traffic.
Yeah, he might still be stuck in traffic, yeah. How's everyone doing in the chat? We okay?
Everybody's good.
We're burning through or anything? Oh, I think we're getting close to a commercial break.
Commercial coming up. We got your little CD imp watched our first show already.
He did. He had a lot of let's call it constructive criticism.
I mean, it's always constructive.
It's always constructive.
And it's always criticism.
It's always criticism. All right, people. All right, so we move on to another book, or are we up against it? Kyle, are we up against it in terms of our commercial break?
We got time for one more book.
We got time for one more book.
So
all right.
Finish this up, and then we'll probably flip these.
All right, so we're going to go with some more Marvel graphic novels. Which one is this, number-wise? This is The Black Widow, The Coldest War.
I don't believe...
This one didn't have a number?
These didn't have a number. At some point, they stopped numbering.
That's right. At some point, they did stop numbering it. Okay. But who wrote and illustrated this?
This is George Conway. And George Freeman doing the art.
And George Freeman. Okay. I'm not as familiar. Chat, does anyone know who George Freeman is?
Anybody interested in that?
Yeah.
Know who they are?
Black Widow. What condition do I have this at? Very fine? Very fine mint?
This is really nice.
It's a $15 book. Pretty much the thing is that the Black Widow finds out that her husband, the Red Guardian, is actually alive, and the Russian government forces her to steal secrets from the Avengers so as to get her husband back. Most of you might not even know who the Red Guardian is. If the Black Widow movie came out, you would know who he is, but who knows when that movie will ever happen. But here we go. This is The Black Widow, The Coldest War from the Marvel Comics graphic novel series. What year was this? 90. Okay, yeah. So I think around 90, 91, they stopped doing these.
Like this is not. It's not the first, but it's like the second or third after they stopped.
Okay, yeah. Because I think they only made it up to like the 37, 38, something like that. Yeah. There's a whole thing behind it. Yeah. Anyway, I figure we can
do a break now. Any books you saw up here, hit us up in the chat. We'll probably flip some of these around for you.
Yeah, when we come back from our commercial break, we're gonna start rotating some of these books out. But please, if there's anything you're interested in, just give us a holler. We'll pull them back out. So how about Kyle? Let's go to a commercial break.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Oh, we're back. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. Good to see you again. Welcome back to Fat Jacks Presents The Latchkey Manifesto, starring some guy named Al and some ridiculous dude named Brendan. We're here. We're here for you. We're into our second and final hour. Actually, technically speaking, our fourth hour. We've been doing this for a while now. I'm really missing out on the snow out there.
Really are. Well, it's not snowing right now.
Oh, it's not snowing anymore?
No, it's light.
I was really hoping by the time I walk home, it'll be like I walk home in the snow.
I think it's just a light mist, so it'll be nice and slippery.
Oh, nice. We'll just slip on our behinds as we walk home. You know, that's wonderful. Here, let's put these up here. Okay, we're good for right now. Yeah. Let's roll with these, and then we'll
cool.
We'll talk about what we got here. Okay.
George Freeman. What was that?
Yes.
That was the Black Widow.
That was the Black Widow artist.
Started on Captain Canuck. He's Canadian.
Oh, Captain Canuck. Okay. All right. Cool. How long has Captain Canuck been around?
I feel like the 80s, maybe 70s.
Really? Do you think he's more of like a Bronze Age character?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't. Anybody know anything about Captain Canuck?
Yeah. Does anyone know the origin or the history or the first appearance of Captain Canuck or what year he was originally?
1975.
Oh, 1975. Okay, cool.
We do have a viewer in Toledo who I'm sure would know a little more about Captain Canuck than we would.
Nice. Okay, so here we go. Here's another fucking. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry. Let's just move along. I got really excited. This is a cool book. Okay. So this is another one from CD. He popped up and he threw this at me, and I really appreciate him. This is Avengers 125. Okay, now this is Steve Englehart.
Yep.
And who's the artist of these?
John Buscema.
Oh, it's John Buscema. Okay, but who did the cover?
I think John Buscema. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No.
Ron Wilson and John Romita.
Ron Wilson and John Romita Sr. did the cover.
Dave Cockrum did the inking.
Oh, Dave Cockrum did the inking. Nice. Okay, people, this is a pretty famous Avengers issue, primarily because of this guy right up here. It's a big Thanos appearance, but this is the issue where is it the Avengers go up to space to fight Thanos?
This is...
What's unique about this one
again?
Yeah,
the Avengers go into space to repel Thanos' invading forces.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so this was... now, for anyone who doesn't know, at the time, Jim Starlin was doing like Captain Marvel and Warlock, and he was building up to this big confrontation between Thanos and the Marvel heroes and all that kind of stuff. This book sort of coincides with that. So if you ever pick up a collection of the very first Thanos fights everybody kind of storyline, this issue is in there. It's also a very iconic cover and stuff like that. Now, this book actually has a ton of value. Even though you're looking at it going $30, what the heck? Actually, that's cheap because the condition is what, like fine plus?
Fine, yeah.
It's fine or fine plus?
Fine. Fine.
Okay, fine. Because this is a book that can sometimes get above $100, people. And I only feel comfortable trying to let it go for $30. All right, so there we go. So Avengers versus Thanos, one of the very first times that happens. It might actually be the first time the Avengers fight Thanos. So there we go. Avengers 125. All right. Fine. Okay. Oh, let's stick with the Avengers for the moment. So here we have Avengers 127. Okay. Now this is $15, but I think it's like, what is this? Is this fine as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a fine copy.
It's another fine.
Another fine. This is a Steve Englehart. Is this also John Buscema or Sal doing it by now?
This is Sal with Gil Kane on the cover.
Oh, Sal Buscema and another Gil Kane cover. There we go. Nice. Now this one is where the Avengers team up with the Inhumans. Like, what do my notes say? I wish my memory was better.
They're invited to Quicksilver and Crystal's
wedding. That's right. This is the issue where they get invited to Quicksilver and Crystal's wedding, and the Avengers get really, like, butthurt about it because Quicksilver didn't tell them about it. But this is the issue where, doesn't someone crash the party?
Ultron.
Ultron crashes the party. That's right.
That jerk.
And then this story, I believe, leads into Fantastic Four 150.
150, yeah.
There we go. All right, so there we go. Avengers 127, the wedding of Quicksilver and Crystal, some Inhumans, all that good stuff. All right, right next to that. Ooh, okay, this is an EV Smooth special. For anyone who's not aware, sometimes books have value purely because of its cover. Now, yes, it also helps if the title had a low print run. In the Paul Dini Zatanna series from 2010, had a really low print run, but Adam Hughes was doing the covers. And if there's one artist who can create value for a comic purely based upon its his cover, it's Adam Hughes. So these Zatanna issues are really hard to find, and when you do, they're very expensive because of these Adam Hughes covers specifically. And this one is no different. I believe this is a very fine near mint copy.
Yes, sir.
And we're selling it for $40. But if you check this bad boy out online, man, that's kind of a steal. All right, so there we go. So that's the Adam Hughes Zatanna covers. Again, if you want to invest in some more Adam Hughes covers of a certain title, the Catwoman series. There's a lot of books that have value in that Catwoman series from, I think, the late aughts, primarily just because of the Adam Hughes covers. That's it. Nothing happens in the title that gives it any real interest or value, but everyone's hunting down these beautiful Adam Hughes covers.
Is that Brubaker?
No, it was post Brubaker. Adam Hughes was doing the covers, I think, when Will Pfeiffer was writing the book. I believe, yeah. Because when Brubaker was doing it, It was still
Tim Sale?
It was no. It was covers from Darwin Cook, J Bone, Paul Pope. Paul Pope did a lot of the covers.
That's right,
Which I love Paul Pope. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna get a little weird. We're gonna get away from speculation. We're just gonna get to some stone cold
Some meat and potatoes.
Some meat and potatoes. And here we go. Creatures on the Loose, number 11. Now, the fun thing about this is there's two big storylines in here. One of them is a reprint, I believe, from a Tales to Astonish.
Tales to Astonish 23.
That's that. Yeah, it's Tales to Astonish 23 is the Moomba storyline by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So there you go. If you want a Stan Lee, Jack Kirby creature feature, here you go. But the reason why this book has some kind of historical relevance or some weird interest in it, it's the second story, which was done by who? It kind of surprised me when I
Len Wein.
Len Wein, and who did the art?
Sorry.
It's all right.
Len Wein and Herb Trimp.
Len Wein and Herb Trimp. And the storyline is pretty much an underground comic artist ends up having to go to hell. And the devil tortures him with his underground art. Now, I have a feeling that Len Wein and Herb Trimp, when they did the storyline, they weren't doing it because they loved underground artists or really respected them. I'm pretty sure they were kind of maybe a little conservative.
It was like it's like when Garth Ennis writes superheroes.
Yes, it's like when Garth Ennis writes superheroes, meaning he hates superheroes. And I have a feeling that some of the guys who worked for Marvel here in the Bronze Age weren't big fans of some of the underground artists. And the backup story in this pretty much makes that quite clear. Anyway, it's a $10 book. What do we have it graded at?
Sorry.
That's all right, man.
Very good.
Very good. All right.
Very good plus.
Very good plus. Okay. All right. Pretty nice. So there we go with that. All right. Let's move on.
These are all three kind of together.
Okay. Oh, these are three together. Okay. So let me just grab. All right. So here we go. For anyone who's been keeping up, do you have our notes for it? Because I'm gonna lean in on you.
Ready to go.
Okay. For anyone who's been watching the WandaVision series, it's hot. It's interesting. It's good. Hopefully you've caught up with the 4th episode. Don't let anyone ruin it for you because some people were complaining about the slow burn for the first 2 episodes. Well, I hope the end of the 3rd episode and the entirety of the 4th episode has calmed your fears in that regard. But at the time, the Vision and the Scarlet Witch, anything dealing with them, there's a lot of interest going on right now. Now, admittedly, like the key issues from this series, I think we've already sold. We don't have any more copies of. But I at least wanted to make people aware. In 1985, first in 1982, they put out the 4-issue limited series, Vision and the Scarlet Witch. I'm pretty sure we even had a few of those issues on our last show. Well, in 1985, they came out with a second series. Now, I'm pretty sure this series was written by Steve Englehart.
Yes.
Okay, this is all Steve Englehart. Now, this is the 12-issue maxi series, Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Okay, there we go. This is issue number 3, issue number 5, and issue number 6. Now, all of these are $5. And Al, do I have it at...
They're all very fine plus.
Very fine plus. Okay, they're really nice copies, all that kind of stuff. Now, issue 3 is where they fight the witches of New Salem.
Yes.
And by the way, this maxi series has this weird thing. It's sort of like Batman Long Halloween. Every issue sort of takes place around a holiday. So number 3, did I mark
I was wondering why. So 3 doesn't have a holiday. But Halloween is next.
Okay,
it's issue 5.
So we get an issue of we get a Halloween issue again where all the dead heroes come back and torture Scarlet Witch.
And then what else do you have?
And then we have issue 6,
which is the Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, this is the
Thanksgiving dinner.
The Avengers come for Thanksgiving dinner, and who shows up for Thanksgiving dinner, my friend?
Not Magneto.
Magneto? What? Why would Magneto show up? Was it because he was revealed to be Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's father?
No, that could be.
In Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 4 from the 1982 limited series?
That could be it.
So if anyone,
we don't have 4. We sold 4.
We still have 4. It's been on a show already. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to find it, yeah, you can find it.
You guys didn't want 4, huh?
So here you go. Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 6. Guess who's coming to dinner? Yeah, Magneto shows up for Thanksgiving dinner with the Avengers, and to say it doesn't go well is an understatement. So there we go. We got our Got our issue 3, we got our issue 5, and we got our issue 6. All right. And what do we have up here? Okay, here we go. Some of you might have noticed in our first show, we brought out a Afterlife with Archie. That was issue number 8. But also at the time, I don't know how far they got with this magazine format, but every time an issue of Afterlife with Archie would come out in a normal comic format, they would put out this magazine variant. Now, these magazine variants are just like the normal issues. They're very rare, they're very hard to come by, and there's a lot of weird interest around them. Obviously, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the Netflix show, brought a lot of interest to these series, these horror Archie comics. But to be very honest with you, they're just very popular and people loved them. And man, they blew out at the time when they were coming out.
This is really like it's nice. I mean, the art in these is a big draw for a lot of people.
Yeah, the Francavali
with the oversized. It's just showcased a lot better.
It's really gorgeous. Now this one is I think, did I mark this at a very fine plus? Because there's a little bit of like a teeny bit of wear right up here on the cover.
Yeah,
and teeny bit right there. So it's a very fine, not a very fine near mint. I mean, this thing I saw at one point going for like $20, $25, $30. We're selling it tonight for $10. So there you go. All right. So with that said, I guess let us say goodbye to the two Ronins.
Two Ronins go.
So the two Ronins are going to go. So we're going to say goodbye to those. All right. Let's see. Let's move up. Move these.
There were 4 Afterlife magazines. So that's the last issue.
Oh, so that's the last one. Okay, thank you. Whoever hit us up in chat to let us know. We really appreciate that.
Thank you, Lord Howard Hurts.
Oh, nice. He really comes through for us. She, it, you really come through for us, Lord. Man, how it hurts. That's for sure. Okay, Al's going to surprise me with our next Spotlight books here. I'm not going to know what's going on. Anyway, real quick, I forgot to mention this at the top of the hour. In case anyone has joined us for the first time and you missed the first 3 hours. Anyone? Yeah, why not? Yeah. Variety. Let's get variety.
Yeah.
Like no 4 books that are alike. Anyway, if anyone is in the Philadelphia area and you want any books here, just let us know in the chat. We'll put them aside for you. You can pick them up at our Center City shop or our Oakland shop. But if anyone's outside of the area and you need us to ship books, we haven't fully worked out a perfect kind of way to do this yet. So for right now, if you want to purchase a book and you need it sent to you, hit us up in the chat so we put aside the book for you and we take your name down. And then, if you can, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Jacks Comicrypt, and email us or direct message us and give us your contact information so we can get that book sent out to you. And just in case anyone didn't hear it, shipping cost is $7 per order. But again, multiple orders, we're going to do our best to combine them all to try to keep shipping costs as low as possible. Because again, we really appreciate you purchasing books and stuff like that. We don't want to overload you with too many extra costs. Okay.
Shout out to Marshall because he's still winning that bid he was talking about yesterday. I'm watching your item, Marshall.
Oh yeah.
I'm like watching it on eBay for him.
Oh really?
I mean, I'm not. Now he knows.
He knows.
I was kind of being creepy about it.
Oh, really? You're actually like watching his.
I'm curious what it goes for.
I am too, because if it goes for what he purchased it for, and he can't sell the ones we have,
that's amazing.
What the heck?
But honestly, like I'll probably grab the ones we have.
And
if he gets them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's move on to some more books. All right, first of all, let me just make sure I'm okay. So we got 10 minutes. Okay, all right. For anyone, this is an EB Smooth, all right? A little bit of a speculation. But for anyone who was really mad because they missed out on the King in Black Gwenom vs. Carnage, #1, which a lot of people were clamoring for, this issue here, no, it is not the first appearance. That's Spider-Gwen #24, first appearance of Gwenom. But I have here Spider-Gwen 25. Now, this is technically the second appearance of Gwenom, and it's the first cover appearance of Gwenom. And as I've learned from the speculation audience, boy, do they love first cover appearances. Sometimes first cover appearances are more valuable than first appearances. Anyway, this is a very fine near mint copy. We're selling it for $10. Again, this is Spider-Gwen number 25, part 1 of Gwenum. There we go.
What's the Spider-Gwen buzz like? Is that part of the universe yet? Like the films and movies and shows?
The Spider-Gwen and everything?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like with the Into the Spider-Verse movie. Here, I'll say this. I was talking about this with a friend. When it comes to the 90s, the two big characters that really like blew up were obviously Deadpool and Harley Quinn. And right now, in terms of the past like 10, 15 years, in terms of two characters that have really exploded, and I think they're here to stay. So if you ever come upon any copy of their first appearance, grab it. And that is Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. Those two characters they're in it now. They're going to be with us. There's an entire generation growing up with those characters. And again, I'm not the only one who feels this way, but Into the Spider-Verse is just such an amazing film. And the two breakout characters, as much as I love Spider-Ham and Nick Cage doing Spider-Man Noir is such a treat, Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. I mean, those two characters are just breakaway. So anything in regards to Spider-Gwen is really interesting. And again, now with this whole Gwenum thing and stuff like that, there's a lot of interest in that series.
Shout out to Mr. Williams. Thank you.
Mr. Williams, thank you very much, buddy.
For the purchase. All
right. So here we go. Now we're going to go with a little bit more Bronze Age Marvel. This is Luke Cage Power Man Annual number 1. Now, we have that at $10. What's my grade for this, Al?
What was that, the annual?
It's the annual, number 1.
Fine.
Fine. Can I hit Al with the book? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is fine. It's $10. Now, this is Chris Claremont. Correct?
Yes, this is Chris Claremont, Lee Elias, and Dave Cockrum did the cover.
Oh, Dave Cockrum did it? Lee Elias?
Lee Elias, I'm not familiar with.
I'm not familiar with him either. Chat, there's another artist we're not familiar with, Lee Elias.
Lee Elias. First person to get the answer and can have the book for $10.
Man, no wonder you're the breakout star. Good Lord. Just the timing.
I'm a salesman.
Anyway, in terms of my notes, doesn't he fight Moses Magnum?
He does. In Tokyo.
Right. In Tokyo.
If anybody can tell me who cameos in this, or no. If anybody can tell me what this has in common with Beavis and Butthead number 1, which I kind of gave some of it away. Anybody in the chat in the next like 30 seconds.
It's cameos, right?
It's a cameo.
There's some flashback cameos.
What is that?
Okay, yeah, if anyone knows, there are 2 cameos in Beavis and Butthead number 1 from 1994. Those same 2 characters cameo in Luke Cage Power Man Annual number 1 from 1976? And the next time he fights Moses Magnum in Tokyo, the next time Moses Magnum shows up is in that issue of Uncanny X-Men. Well, I don't think it was Uncanny at the time.
118?
118, X-Men 118, yeah. So there you go.
So Lee Elias he did like Black Cat comic for Harvey in the 40s. So he was like a golden age guy.
So he was an old school guy.
British guy, yeah.
Oh, was this his retirement? Drawing Power Man annuals?
Yeah, I guess.
I always feel bad with some of those like old school.
And that's like what they're.
And then they kind of like have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
You don't make money doing this.
Hey man, if anyone is an artist,
that's awesome.
And your goals is to just make money.
Good luck with that.
Art might not be. Hey man, I love art. I'm a starving artist. I'm starving right now. I'm so hungry. But. Where's
there's
no retirement, is there?
Where does like the information come from? Where are you getting this from, Mr. Howard Hertz? Like, where is this Wikipedia stuff,
or is this your knowledge?
Is this just knowledge?
Because if this is just off the dome, man, let's promote you, man. You're becoming our little oracle here.
That's awesome. But it's Punisher and Spider-Man. That's the answer.
Oh, okay. Al got impatient, decided to just let people know.
I don't think anybody's watching. So.
Yeah, probably nobody's watching. Are we talking to the void?
Yeah, it feels like it.
All right, people, here we go. This is Star Wars Darth Vader, number 1, 2017. So that means that's the Charles Soule volume, not the Kieran Gillen. This is a 1 in, I believe, 30 variant by Mark Brooks. It's an homage to X-Men number, what cover? It's the one with Dracula and Storm.
Oh, shit.
It's X-Men. It's alphabetical.
Why'd you give it this page? $145.
$145. Okay. Now, this variant, when it retailed for $40. The only reason I'm now selling it for $50 is because some people are selling it for like $100 and $150 online. I can't figure out why. I don't know. But you know what? There's a speculation audience out there, and we're here to provide content for you. By the way, this is a gorgeous cover, though. Like, it's a really cool homage cover and all that kind of stuff. It's also, in case you want to speculate and stuff like that, technically speaking, this is the issue that is the first appearance of, what's the droid that's Darth Vader's little aide?
Z67?
Z67, okay. And if you ask anybody who's buying Star Wars comics now, everyone is buying a first appearance of every character just in case they show up in like The Mandalorian Season 3 or something. So there we go. That's a beautiful, it's very fine near mint. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, let me reiterate the very fine near mint thing. I'm not comfortable with near mint. I know that there are books that get slabbed at 9.6, 9.8. There's just this idea of perfection that I just don't really think exists, especially when so many books have printing errors, shipping stuff. I understand it, but I'm not comfortable grading anything above very fine near mint. So usually we as a show, when we talk about very fine near mint, we're talking about as close to near mint as we think it. Like, we think it's just a beautiful copy. Again, we don't want to get into numbers. There's a lot of, it's all relative. Your very fine might be my fine plus and blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to be clear with everybody when I keep saying very fine near mint.
If anybody has sold anything on eBay, you know exactly what it's talking about.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. And I've definitely learned one thing I had to learn real quickly is try not to give numbers, because God forbid we sell a book and I say it's a 6.5 and then someone gets it, sent out and slabbed at CGC and it comes back a 5.8. I mean, God forbid they then attack me.
Shout out to the guy that tried to sell us a cracked slabbed book the other day.
Wait, what?
He called.
I didn't hear this.
He had a slab. I can't remember what it was.
Crack the Mad?
No,
like the parody book?
Open. And
the book was...
Like the slabbing was physically cracked open and he was selling the book.
So he broke the seal.
I mean, I don't think it was like cracked, like open.
Okay.
Like the thing broke and there was a fucking crack in the case. And there was a flipping crack in that case.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, it cracked. But I think we're going to commercial in just a second.
Okay, good. Real quick though, before we go to commercial, what was the book that was in the slab?
It was something new. It was a Quesada book.
What?
Like Quesada did the cover because he had it signed by Quesada.
Oh, okay.
So like One More Day or something like that.
All right. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. So wait, I'm getting the impression we got 2 minutes before we go to break.
2 minutes. Okay.
So let's
We'll do one more.
Yeah, give me one more book, bud.
All right. Let's see what we got over here.
Let's see what we got here. We got some comic books.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got with this one? Oh, okay, here we go. This is going to coincide a little bit with our Avengers 125, the culmination of this original storyline. Here we go, people. This is Avengers Annual number 7. This is written, illustrated, and the cover by Jim Starlin. This is the issue where Warlock and Captain Marvel get all the Avengers together, and they go out to space to fight Thanos. Now, the thing that makes this book key is that it is, technically speaking, the first full appearance of all of the Soul Gems, which would later be referred to as the Infinity Gems, which the MCU movies would later call the Infinity Stones. Now, the other thing about this is the issue where Warlock, Gamora, and Pip the Troll are killed. But yet they're not dead forever because this is comic books. They all end up living inside of the Soul Gem. And anyone who grew up reading the Infinity Gauntlet story, you know that that's where it starts off. Warlock, Gamora, and Pip the Troll hanging out in the Soul Gem. Silver Surfer finds them, all that fun stuff. Well, this is the issue where the Avengers and Captain Marvel defeat Thanos and prevent him for the first time for destroying the universe. Now, this is $35, but we have it graded at
Fine plus.
Fine plus. Okay, fine plus. Because again, this is another one that can get up there in terms of value. But here you go, man. This is a big one. If you like the Infinity War movie, the Endgame movie, man, they were pulling all from this stuff.
That's all Jim Starlin.
All Jim Starlin. Yeah, wrote, illustrated, cover, inked, all that kind of stuff. So there we go. Avengers Annual number 7 from 1977 at $35.
Have they done the Silver Surfer in the films yet?
No. The only time the Silver Surfer's shown up is those really bad Fantastic Four, like the Rise of the Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four 2. No, but again, Disney now has all that stuff, so there's no doubt they're bringing the Silver Surfer. Anyway, we have reached 7:30, so we are going to pass it over to Kyle for a commercial break. Peace, people. Welcome back.
Hey.
All right, cool guys. Thanks for joining us again. Let's talk about some more comics. All right, so what do we have here? Boom. Okay, anyone who was watching our previous episode knows about the DC Special Series. This one's no different. Here we have DC Special Series. I believe this is issue 17. Yes. Now, this is a $6 book. We have it graded at like a fine.
This is, fine.
Fine, okay.
This is 5 to 7.
Okay, so now what this does is this reprints the original Swamp Thing, issues 5, 6, and 7, which is pretty much the retelling of his origin, correct? Yeah. And now, is this Bernie Wrightson?
I believe it's
Yep, Bernie Wrightson. Maybe Len Wein?
It doesn't have, I would assume it's not specified.
Okay. But anyway, this is a nice little book, $6. If you have any interest in Swamp Thing or Bernie Wrightson, it's a lot cheaper buying this than trying to buy Swamp Thing 5, 6, and 7. That's for sure.
That covers.
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
Great.
Yeah. All right, and next to that one is, this is a fun little one. Here we have Detective Comics issue 577. Now, the thing that gives this any value at all is the artist that some of you might be able to tell if the glare isn't that bad. This is Todd McFarlane drawing Batman. And this is Todd McFarlane drawing Batman before he drew Spider-Man, too. He was still working for DC at the time. Now, this is part of the Batman Year 2 storyline. This specific issue is part 3. This cover is quite iconic. Now, the funny thing about this story, Now, again, all of the value has to do with Todd McFarlane drawing Batman. That's where the value is. Because the funny thing about this story is, many of you, if you remember from the 90s, there was an event called 0 Hour, where 0 Hour pretty much erased everything that made this storyline unique and interesting. Admittedly, they tried during Infinite Crisis to take some of it back, but I think like 0 Hour just destroyed it. I think it was something to do with Joe Fixit and like who actually killed Martha and Thomas Wayne and all that kind of stuff. But let's be honest, this book doesn't have value because of the story. This book has value because Todd McFarlane's art. So there we go. Is this a very, very fine plus? Very fine plus?
Yeah.
Very fine plus, $20. These Batman McFarlane books are pretty hot right now, so there you go. I think it's the one we have. I think there's a Reaper appearance. He was that villain that was banging around at that time.
Yeah, it's mostly just the 0 Hour.
Yeah, it's mostly just 0 Hour. Yeah.
Mike Barr,
What is it?
Mike Barr.
Oh, it was Mike Barr? Yeah. Mike Barr, Todd McFarlane. Yeah. And I think the guy who inked a lot of the Swamp Thing book. Okay, here we go. This is a little weird one. This is a little book called Back Down the Line. I believe this was this Epic? No, Eclipse. This is Eclipse Books. Yeah. They put this out. It's 5 different stories, all illustrated by John Bolton. They were each written by a different writer. I believe one of them was like Chris Claremont. Al, what do my notes say? You people in the...
You got Joe Duffy, Chris Claremont, Graham Marks, and Christina Rossetti.
Okay. I recognize like 2 of those names.
These are from Epic and Pathways to Fantasy, which I'm not familiar with.
Okay, that was the anthology series from like 80, 81, 83, 84. I'm pretty sure that's where all these storylines come from.
Okay.
Now, this book we're selling for $9. What do I have its condition at?
Very fine.
Very fine. That's what I thought. Any neat little notes about the stories that are in there? It's a lot of sci-fi, horror.
It kind of runs the gamut as far as...
Yeah. If anything,
it's John Bolton.
You're buying this book for John Bolton's painted art.
It's weird.
Oh, it's more than just weird. What a great cover, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just so... I remember as a kid seeing this. I think at the Oakland Fat Jack store.
That's probably where it's...
Yeah, it's probably where this came from, yeah. So anyway, John Bolton's Back Down the Line, $9. All right, this one we have here. Okay. All right, this isn't an E.B. Smooth speculation book. This is just one that...
This kind of fits with that Son of Batman we sold her.
It fits, yes, thank you. Because some people argue about can certain R words happen to men because of certain equipment, like not working or what have you.
Yeah.
So speaking of that kind of equipment that we are tiptoeing around, this is the first appearance of Batman's equipment. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. We're talking about a very first printing of Batman Damned #1, the first appearance of the Batmember.
What?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is it only printing, correct?
It's only printing, yes, because when they reprinted this, or they never put out a second print, and when they reprinted it in the hardcover and the softcover, did they put out a softcover? Doesn't matter. Yeah. They got rid of the panel that makes this book infamous.
So they took the whole panel out?
Well, no, but I think they just increased the shadows or something like that. Anyway, this is from Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo, who are very famous in terms of Batman fans. They did that Joker original graphic novel after The Dark Knight. Again, this book was going for crazy amounts. It's still upholding a lot of its value. We're selling a very fine near mint copy for $50. But again, I want to reiterate about a lot of these speculation books. It's like how Al and I like to refer to as soft prices. We would like to sell it for $50, but if you're interested in this book and you want to kind of throw us a qualifying offer or something like that, we're open to thinking about it.
We're open to the potential of...
Yeah, because I'd much rather sell comics and get comics in your hands than just be like, look at this expensive book we have. Ha ha ha.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of Bernie Wrightson, here we go. This is another Marvel graphic novel. This is part of that series. What number is this? This is the Spider-Man Hooky.
This is Hooky?
Yeah. What is it like? I think it's like 17 or 20 something.
22.
22. There we go. Now the writer is somebody I'm not familiar with, Susan K. Putney, but the real draw for this book is obviously Bernie Wrightson's art, where there's like some kind of strange What's my note for it? It's like some strange
There's a sorceress who needs encouragement.
It's a sorceress who needs encouragement, so
the horrific Torden cake.
Forget it. Yes, I remember now. The name was bonkers.
It's Spider-Man drawn by Bernie Wrightson.
It's Bernie Wrightson fighting. It's Bernie Wrightson drawing Spider-Man fighting a weird, crazy monster. All right, people. If you're even remotely interested in this book, it's because of Wrightson.
I would say the book sells itself, but
but obviously that's not the case. Yeah. Now we have it for $12. What's the condition we're sitting at?
Fine plus.
Fine plus. Okay.
I think it's got a corner, like a corner crease or a dent or something.
Okay.
Something.
All right.
Nothing major.
Nothing major.
Pages are intact.
All right. So with that said, oh man, let's take a break for a moment. I know we don't have much time left, but
we got maybe like 20.
I feel like I'm burning through. We burned through a lot of books.
We're burning through some books. What time is the show done? 8?
The show is done at 8. Yeah.
So we got like 15 minutes.
So we got like 15 minutes left.
15, 20.
All right. How's the chat doing? Anyone?
Chat's pretty good. Everybody's enjoying the damn book.
Oh, nice. Everyone likes the joke. Good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, I just saw was that an eggplant?
I was an eggplant.
I saw an eggplant. Yeah, there you go.
Well done.
You guys are a trip, man.
Lisa's in the chat as well, still.
Oh, Lisa's still in the chat. Hey, Lisa.
Hold in tight.
Sorry, we don't have any Star Trek books, but maybe one day you might be interested. I don't know why you would be, because I don't know you, but just so you know, there are Expanse comic books. Yeah, that's right.
Do you think Lisa would like the Expanse?
Well, she likes Star Trek Voyager, so I think she likes really competent, women in leadership roles. Huh. And if you're not watching the Expanse show, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's brilliant. My girlfriend and I love it.
Is Joan Allen in that show?
Joan Allen?
Is that who the lead is?
No.
I'm going by the comic book cover because I don't know who the people are.
No. That's the actress. She's the Middle Eastern actress. She played, I think the first time I ever remember seeing her, now in a very, let's call it a problematic role, but she was in season 2, I think, of 24, where she played the wife of a Middle Eastern terrorist.
Never saw him, so it's
Oh, good. Don't. 24 is only worth watching the first season just because of its structure. Okay. Then it just becomes just right-wing, jingoistic, just masturbation fantasies. I mean, it's insane.
Lisa loves space stuff and feminist space stuff. She would really enjoy Kelly Sue DeConnick's Bitch Planet.
Oh, she would actually.
She absolutely would enjoy Bitch Planet.
Lisa, if you have any interest, there's a lot of there's another book that actually my friend Brooke turned me on to. It's like sort of a feminist sci-fi. I think it's called Southern Cross. It was like a 5 or 6 issue.
Becky Cloonan.
Yeah, I think that was Becky Cloonan. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Man, there's some really great female writers and artists in this field.
Lisa, if you're in the city, you can come by the shop. We'll hook you up with some.
Yeah, Lisa, you should stop by. We can meet you. It's really nice. Don't worry. Most of the men are probably afraid of you. So, no, that was offensive to men. We're men. We're not afraid of women, right? No, not at all.
Only unless they're in charge in space.
Oh, yeah, unless they're in charge in space, yeah.
That is a problem.
Well, again, some people really like competency. In fact, someone very close to me one time referred to Star Trek Voyager as competency porn. Very little actually happens in terms of drama or, it's pretty much just problem happens, Janeway and her crew solve it, all is good, Yeah. Competency porn.
It gives you a sense of comfort.
Yes, knowing that there are actual adults, there are actual responsible people at the wheel, and
Lisa's in Ohio. Sorry. Oh well.
Okay, Lisa. Well, maybe we can send her. Oh yeah, she's Cincinnati, right? She was
Little Italy, Cincinnati.
Little Italy, Cincinnati. There you go. Awesome.
That's great.
Okay, so let's trade out a couple books, Al.
What do you got? Pass me some.
So no one cares about our Power Man, our Darth Vader. Let's go Zatanna. Let's go Avengers. I'm going to keep this Avengers 125 out, people, because it's just too cool. There's our Detective Comics. There's our Swamp Thing. So why don't you hand me 4 new books, bud? 4 new books. All right. Anyone who's wondering, here's our buddy Chuck Palahniuk. He keeps us company. We always need a third partner. I mean, Robot Marshall doesn't really participate, doesn't want to be on camera. So we kind of have to have a third they're a partner here. You know.
What is your favorite Chuck Palahniuk work?
My favorite Chuck Palahniuk work?
Do you have a favorite?
Yes, I do, but it's going to be the most obvious one. I mean, obviously, Fight Club was just so important to me as
Fight
a
Club?
Fight Club.
It's called
Fight Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Oh, it's about being a cool guy who likes to hang out with other cool guys and kiss a lot. A lot of hugging and kissing. Yeah.
How much for the amazing hooky? The Bernie Wrightson hooky?
Oh, it's $12.
$12.
$12.
If you're interested.
If you're interested, it's a $12 book. And again, Bernie Wrightson's art. That's what sells it.
Is it Little Italy or Lil Italy?
Lil? I imagine it's probably Lil. That sounds right.
Like Lil Romeo.
Yeah, like Lil Romeo. Yeah. Or Lil Wayne.
Or Lil Wayne.
You know, our recent pardon. Because you know.
There's some competency pouring for you.
There's a competency point for you. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna go with a little Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, #1 from 1983. Look at that Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Good stuff. Now, for anyone not familiar, when the Marvel Star Wars series began, the first 6 issues of the Marvel book is the adaptation of A New Hope. It isn't until issue 7 that you get the first original Star Wars comic book story ever. And I'm pretty sure it was a Han Solo Chewbacca adventure. In fact, we might even have the issue somewhere. We'll get to it another time. But when Marvel decided that they were going to do adaptations of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, someone in chat remind me, it's possible that they did the adaptation of Empire in the Marvel book, kind of like they did with New Hope. But when it came time to adapt Return of the Jedi, they created its own separate 4-issue miniseries.
I think
that's the first
Empire
issue.
Was in the main run.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And they might have reprinted it in the magazine or the graphic.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
the graphic is just a reprint.
Yeah, it's just a reprint. But anyway, here we go. Now, this is a very fine near mint copy. It's $15. Star Wars Super Hot. And this book is already like Overstreet has it for like $20-25 easily. So there you go.
Thank you, Mr. Barucci, for grabbing the hooky.
Hooky, all right, cool beans. Thank you, Mr. Barucci.
So yeah, you're down for it. I hope you're enjoying your Magic cards. You got 2 boxes of Magic cards. I hope you're playing lots of Magic.
Mm-hmm. Let's not do this one yet because I want to, because I have 2 issues that go with that. So we'll hold that for another time, another show. Okay, now this is another EV Smooth Speculation Siesta book. Okay, for any of you not in the know, they're doing Secret Invasion. That's happening. Like we were talking about it earlier when we were talking about that Ultimate Marvel Team Up #5, first appearance of Black Nick Fury. So the Secret Invasion stuff is really hot right now in the speculation market. Everyone's clamoring for it. Also, we're in that weird thing that Al and I don't fully understand, where sometimes second prints, third prints, fourth prints have more value and all that kind of stuff. Well, do you have the notes for this one here?
Yes.
Because I just want to make sure I'm talking. So anyway, this is New Avengers #40. This is the second print variant, which is a wraparound cover by Jimmy Chung. Now, this is the first appearance of the Skrull Queen.
Princess Varanki?
Princess Varanki. Okay.
First appearance and first cover appearance.
Okay, so New Avengers #40, the first print, is just considered the first appearance of the Skrull Queen, who plays a big role in the Secret Invasion storyline. She's the Skrull Queen who pretended to be Spider-Woman. Okay? But this second print variant, and why it has even a teeny bit more value than the first print of this issue from 2008? Is this 2008? Yeah, 2008. It's because, now I'm sorry, I don't want to take the book out, but this image that's the wraparound cover was actually a double-page spread. So on the back cover of this book is the Skrull Queen as Spider-Woman. So it's referred to as the first cover appearance of the Skrull Queen, Princess Varanki or whatever.
So the spread was in the book?
Yeah, the spread was originally in the book. Jimmy Chung, I think, is the artist in the book. God, am I wrong about that? I thought I knew this.
What about? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure because why Jimmy Chung drew this issue was because it was connecting to the New Avengers Illuminati miniseries, which Jimmy Chung drew. Okay. And so this was coinciding with that.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was an issue in that New Avengers Illuminati miniseries where the Illuminati get involved in the Kree Skrull War and they get captured. And it's because of that moment that the Skrull are able to kind of create or like kind of steal their DNA or something. Okay. So they're able to create Skrulls that actually pass as the people themselves. So it's pretty much the foundation for the secret universe. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm over talking. This is a very fine near mint copy. We're selling it for $20. If you're aware of what these kind of stuff go on the internet, $20 is actually cheap.
Do you think? All right. So it's her first appearance. It's a second print, which is
which growing up we always thought was
it's nobody wants
second prints or third prints.
I understand the limited nature of it, obviously, but like, do you think that's done at Marvel, like on the level of Marvel, that they know that far ahead of time and they manipulate the market, or not necessarily Marvel in general, but like,
I don't want to speculate too much, but I do believe it's possible that they figured out if you're going to put out second or third prints or multiple prints or something like that, you're better off creating a new cover. Because obviously the second, third, fourth prints, they're lower print runs than the first run, usually. Yeah. And then if you add new art, or as some people sometimes refer to it as a spoiler variant, the Miles Morales cover was a great example, the second print. Yeah. Where the first print of Ultimate Fallout number 4 was bagged, so you didn't know who Miles was or anything like that. But when they put the second print out, Miles is there, fully faced, holding the mask. So sometimes it's referred to as a spoiler variant and all that. Again, the internet creates its own language.
If anybody saw Daredevil 25 second print,
yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the last page of.
It's the last page. Yes, yeah. So I think at some point the publisher had to figure out, if you're going to do second or third prints, you have to kind of do something that's more than just change a color in the type or something, just to kind of spruce up, you know? At least that's the theory.
Like, do you think that's giving them too much credit that they knew that it would be the first cover appearance? Like, do you think they manipulated that much?
No. I don't think that. I think the internet
took on its own.
Like a lot of things, the internet got together. They decided that they liked something or want something. They began to push it, and then I guess it got enough critical mass that the company that is being affected by it, I guess they might get involved or something. But again, Al and I, we are just random hourly comic book store employees. We do not work for Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, Dynamite, any of those people. So again, I don't want to speak disparagingly because I have no idea.
Mr. Patroneau.
Patroneau.
I'm saying that correctly.
Patroneau.
We had a bit of a problem last
We did a while back. It was good seeing you again, bud. Patroneau.
He's in the chat. I guess the second print of High Republic has more value than the first, and it hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. I think that comes out next week, right?
Like, that's not, yeah.
And the second print already has more value. Does Mr. Patroneau know why? Is it like, are like the certain characters on that cover or something? I don't
know what could be revealed in the first issue.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. But it looks like we're getting close to the end, so let's
Yeah, we got.
Okay. So let's go with another little speculation book. E.B. Smooth always hooks me up. So here we go. This is the 75th anniversary celebration. Number 1, Marvel 75th anniversary celebration. Now, this is a very fine near copy that we're selling for $10. Now, the reason this book has a little bit of value and a little bit of interest on it is because some people, again on the internet, they consider it to be the last published Stan Lee story before his death. But the funny thing about that is the story that's published in this issue is actually the very first Captain America script that Stan Lee, or he was probably Stan Lieber at the time, that he submitted to Atlas, Marvel, whatever. You know, I mean, this before Marvel, so it was probably timely or what have you. It was the very first Captain America script he submitted, and it got rejected. So, for this 75th anniversary celebration, I guess Stan Lee, I don't know this for sure, but I guess like somebody gave this rejected Captain America script to Bruce Timm of Batman the Animated Series fame. And so Bruce Timm illustrated the very first Captain America script that Stan Lee ever wrote. And it ended up being, because of when it was published and tragically what happened to Stan, as he was an older man who passed away, it's considered also to be the last Stan Lee story ever published. So there we go. Marvel 75th anniversary celebration #1. Now the other thing in this book is you also get a Brian Michael Bendis, Michael Gaydos, Jessica Jones story. And you get, what did my notes say?
You get a Wolverine with Paul Gulacy.
That's right. A Wolverine by, is it Larry Hama?
No, it's Len Wein. Paul Gulacy.
And Paul Gulacy. Yeah, so anyone who's familiar with Paul Gulacy, of Master of
Kung Fu?
But Deadly Hands?
Deadly Hands of Kung Fu.
That's what the title, no, or was it called Master, I'm completely flaking on the actual title of the Shang-Chi book.
Master of Kung Fu.
Is it just Master of Kung Fu?
It's Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu.
Woo! Anyway, Paul Gulacy
was the magazine.
Paul Gulacy does a Wolverine story.
And I would like to take a minute to apologize to Mrs. Anderson for the informality with calling her by her first name. I don't want any trouble, and I'm sorry. She said, "Why do we call the men Mr. Whatever?" And we address her as Lisa. And you're absolutely right. And I apologize. And I hope I see you're married. I hope your husband's not too upset.
Lisa, you got a really good point. You know, I think we need to listen and really kind of learn. Yeah.
And grow together as a live stream.
We're two idiots who barely know what we're doing. As anyone who's watched us for more than 5 minutes knows, it's true. So the only way that we learn and get better and grow is constructive feedback like that.
So thank you, Lisa.
So I'm sorry, Ms. Anderson.
And if your husband has a problem, come on down.
He can meet us. Meet us outside.
He can come all the way to Philly.
Yeah, come to Philly. There's a snowstorm going on. There's nothing cooler than a fist fight between a bunch of dorks out in the snow. Right?
That actually sounds like fun.
That actually does sound like fun. Speaking of Fight Club. You know what? That's what made that book better. Instead of having fight clubs in basements, they should have just had fight clubs wherever a snowstorm was happening. And then they all get like half naked and they beat each other up.
So they would just fight these guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Like for no reason.
Well, no, but they would also like kiss and hug. Well, because they were looking for companionship. They were looking to feel safe in this world, because this world isn't made for heterosexual white men. You know, I mean, you and I, as heterosexual white men, we need safe spaces. And so Fight Club would give that to us.
Yeah, Lisa, imagine how we feel.
Yeah.
I'm Mrs. Anderson.
I mean, I think we're the really put upon.
I mean, you know.
Hey, no one calls me Mr. Wall, you know?
Oh, you got a shout out in Bleeding Cool.
Oh, yeah, I did, right. That's right. I didn't get to use my alias.
Well, next time.
Yeah, next time. Maybe Roland Vale will show up before we know it.
When the next live stream shopping invites us.
That's true.
After we get dumped off of the experience.
Yeah, if they ever invite us back.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Because people, we're getting close to the end now. I think we've got a minute or two left. So I want to stop, and I really want to thank, again, everybody who has watched us, everyone who supported us, everyone who has interacted in the chat, everyone, obviously, who's purchased anything. We really appreciate it. We hope to be doing this again next week.
Shout out to Kyle for all the help.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you so much for the experience, for hosting us, however you put it.
We're greatly appreciated. We're very appreciative. But anyway, going forward, hopefully we'll figure out, what times we're going to be on again, when we're going to do a show. Anyone who watched our first part, thank you for putting up with all the technical issues. We're going to try to figure it out,
We'll keep you posted in the Facebook. And as far as the storm, we're open tomorrow. So anybody
yeah. So everyone can come in on
business as usual. If not, everybody enjoy your snow day.
yeah, I hope everyone enjoys their snow day. I really hope we get more snow so my dog can really enjoy it. Again, before we go, if anyone has any questions, anything like that. Oh, you want to see the Avengers Annual? Okay, sure. So here we do. This is that Avengers Annual number 7. That, again, is the first full appearance of the full set of the Soul Gems / Infinity Gems. This is also the death of Warlock, Gamora, and Pip the Troll. And it's the issue where Captain Marvel and the Avengers defeat Thanos for the first time. So there you go. Now, that's a $35 book, graded at a Fine Plus. Fine Plus. There we go. All right. Good stuff.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We're calling it at that point.
Thank you, everybody.
Take it away, Kyle.
All right.
Beautiful day. Just gonna jaywalk across Spring Garden. Yeah. I grew up by the library, next to Winston Churchill, eating pizza every day like some Ninja Turtles. The kid who burgles from St. Pat's to Gus's Pub at the public gardens, feeding ducks by the spud. What's up, cuz? A Grace baby in the place, y'all. And like Glace Bahy, loves baseball. From the Commons to the Wanderers' grounds, and you know I feel weird when no water's around. Down at the harbor front where I used to dishwash. Before I quit to get a job pulling rickshaws, I was spitting raw, just a kid from the peninsula. You might have seen picking up liquor on Agricola, the particular deliverer of the Mail Star, hopping fences, hanging out at the rail yard, or a pier, just watching the harbor hop and feeling fat, like Miller's old barbershop. And anytime I need to smile and relax and put my mind on the facts.
Hey comic fans, thanks for tuning in to a comic show. To save you time and entertain you, Aaron's hired me, Booster Gold, the greatest hero you've never heard of, to tell you the rules for a comic show. 1, we have things on A through F. Generally, you say the letter and one word about what it is. If you have a lag and you're calling A and you don't say A Avengers, and now Batman's on A, and you don't want that, we pull the wrong one for you. So we have to say the letter and one word about what it is. Have fun. Have fun. Enjoy comics. Let's have a good time together. Let's save a comic shop. Let's save the comic industry, one comic at a time. No fan left behind. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Whenever I wasn't in school, it's cool. The Leafs, Habs, or the Bruins. Someone will always tell you what Crosby has been doing. And don't freak out if you hear a boom from the Citadel. Yo, that just means it's new.
Wow, I was enjoying the song. What's up? This is Aaron. It's a comic show on the EXP, and this is cool. This is my home office. This is it's just where I do my paperwork, my orders. I have a FOC due tonight, final order cutoff for DC. I have one for everyone else tomorrow, which will be Monday night. We have to make that big call on Berserk. I'm going to talk about that some by Matt Kent and Keanu Reeves. Kind of big deal book there. And I have next week's DCs all ready to go. I have other cool things. I have things in a reasonable price range. I have a couple CGCs. I still haven't gotten back my last big batch from CGC that I turned in at the the 3rd of January. They were moving at a pretty fast 2-week clip because, I'm in Florida and they're in Florida. So it was moving pretty fast for a while, but then a little bit of a breaks, which I guess makes sense. Things might have gotten backed up a little with the holidays and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe lots of vacation time after the holidays. Who knows? But hopefully I'll have those by next week, or else I'll be like, what the heck? But here's what I have on right now. And I listened to I listened to Booster Gold talk, and he sounded pretty excited about rules and whatnot, and pretty chipper about things. But we don't have A through F here. This is my home office. I just have 4 things sitting out here, and what's up? I'll talk about him. If you have a question, hey, Angel, what's up? If you have a question about something that's out, that book is no longer in play. If I only have one copy, it's yours, right of first refusal until after I answer that question. And upon getting that extra information, whether you say, yes, I want it, or no, I don't want it. If you don't want it, then of course it's back in play. But that's one thing we do that makes things more like what they'd be like in a comic shop or at a convention, where if someone's like, hey, can I see that? What's the condition on this? And I hand it to them. And while they're holding it, someone else can't like jump it out of their hands and say like, yo, here's the $45, bro. Give me that. That would be pretty ridiculous behavior. But on the internet, it's different. So we have to kind of like put those rules in place. So what's up? Comic show from my home office. And here's what is on the closest to me. It is Astonishing X-Men #6. It's in 9. It's a near mint copy. And it's the first mention of Sword, the first full Abigail brand, but it's first mention of Sword. Sword, as we saw that symbol in, we saw that symbol in every episode of WandaVision in some way, the sword symbol. So it's not a spoiler regardless of what episode you're on. If you're farther along, maybe you'd be way more interested and way more into thinking that Sword is going to have a big deal in the MCU going forward, like a big deal, like as big as S.H.I.E.L.D. going forward will be Sword in the MCU. So this is the first mention ever of Sword in a comic book. The sword, the acronym Sword, not any sword, and it's also the first full appearance of the director of Sword, Abigail Brand. So big book in comics now and in the live action. And the cool thing about that is it's pretty obvious that Hickman is very, very in tune with what's going on in the MCU, what's going on in live action, what are their plans, what do they want done. He's an architect writer there, and you saw a lot of his characters from his Avengers run made it to the screen. And speculation is, he had a big run on Fantastic Four. He has an amazing run on X-Men. Maybe that is what they're going to pull heavily on for the MCU representation of those characters. So if he knew that Sword was going to be a big deal in the MCU and he's doing the X-Men, he launched that new Sword book right out of Ten of Swords. So kind of hid that in plain sight. So anyway, there's that. This is Marvel Zombies #2, first print, first volume. This is done by Kirkman, and that's when Sean Phillips didn't only work exclusively with Brubaker. It's Sean Phillips, great zombie artist there. He does crime noir, but man, he killed it on this book. And Robert Kirkman. So that is obviously an homage to the Avengers when Cap came back out that ice. And it is the second issue. It is first print. It is near mint. It's just $5. And this is a variant, Art Germ variant of Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ghost #1. That's a near mint. We had that at 12. And finally, this copy is sick. This is, I don't know. I think it's a web exclusive, but it is an exclusive that was only on their site, and it is virgin. It's when they go crazy with these colors, just looks like I just want to put a black light on it. This is one of my favorite books of the year last year, Phantom Star Killer. And once you got this, you got them all. You got this, you got them all. It's a one shot. There's going to be a follow-up one shot that is Count Draco. But other than that, there's this. It's going to third printing. I ordered some of that. Second print already jumped up to like a $10 book. First print's a $12 book. And that is a variant. I used to know exactly what variant it is, whether it's web store or whether it was a specific comic shop that did that variant. I don't know off the top of my head right now. But it's cool. It's definitely cool. So what do we have any questions of? Hope people join in, ask me anything you want to ask me about comics. Let's put out some of these next week's books then. Here is Future State, the next Batman, number three. And yeah, this isn't out until Tuesday, but you wouldn't get it till Tuesday, whether you're local. If you're local to Central Florida and you want to come by a comic shop, you can pick up without paying any shipping. But we're not open on Mondays because I'm doing a whole lot of shipping, and I get a lot of that done on Monday. So yeah, that is whether you'd get it shipped I'd ship it out. It would go out the door on Tuesday. If it was local, you could come pick it up as early as Tuesday. That's a cool art germ cover. So it looks like I got Michael Acevedo. Cool. And then I'll put this out. It's weird. Sometimes this stuff has lots of value. This is the third print of Star Wars 2. Red cover. Looks pretty cool. I like when they change the entire color palette for a cover. Looks very stark, unsettling. So, but it's still just the cover price. Looked it up. It's still just cover price. Some jump way up. Some are just cover price. As far as the 1 to 1,000, I will drop the hammer on it tomorrow. But I am seriously, I'd say I'm about 70-30 doing it because I am a big Keanu Reeves fan. I like the idea of all of this, getting people that are outside of comics to be interested in a comic. That is something that I really, really like. Whether it will pay off to having fans of his movie come in. I mean, it wasn't like people were beating down the door to get the John Wick comic, but I sold it very well. And it did jump up in value aftermarket. Sure, that is a fact. I definitely sold it very well, but I'm right across the street from a film school. So yeah, I'm talking myself into doing the 1,000. The variants are, they look great. The foil open order ones look cool. So most likely, I will know by tomorrow, of course, but most likely, I will do that. And I'm super excited. Oh, come on, 1,200. You're just showing off. 1,200. I mean, you get an extra 1 to 200. So anyway, let's move on to some of this. Some of these, there's a new Man-Bat book. New Man-Bat. I have both covers of that. There is some of these second prints look really neat. And I'm just going to put these out at cover price. So here we go. This is the #1 second print Harley. And these are all second print, all these ones that are like monochromatic design variant looking. And they're all cover price. So whatever I mark them is what the cover price was. Some of these have extra pages, backup stories, second features. But that is Harley, and it is the second print design variant. I read the second issue of that. We have it here. Super fun. Harley and Scarecrow are Jonathan Crane working together to take down Black Mask. Kind of cool. I enjoyed it. So cool. This is the second print of Swamp Thing design variant, and it has all 3 of the new characters, first appearance characters from this issue. So this issue is their first appearance. It's just a second print of it, but the second print of it is the design variant. So features them on the cover. And the first print did not feature them on the cover. So there's that. All those little folds that like, why is the second print worth more than the first print? It's like, okay, well, there's the print run, there's the first cover appearance. Those are 2 things. And that Venom 3 first null nails that little intersection between low print run and first cover appearance. It doesn't matter if it's the 3rd print, 7th print, whatever, as long as they weren't on the cover of the next issue yet, because it'd be the first cover appearance. And this is that new Man-Bat #1, nice horror book in Gotham, and it is the cover price of $4. And this is a 6-issue miniseries. So that is Man-Bat. That is new this week. What else I got? Oh, Wonder Woman. This one is also a $4 cover price. Yara Flor. She's got that sword. Really fun character. Really charismatic. Scene stealer. I wasn't excited about her when I first heard. I was like, okay, cool. A future Wonder Woman. I had a little bit of a groan when it was like, oh, she's already getting a pilot for a show when she hasn't even come out in a comic yet, but those things stacked against it, where it's like, okay, wow me. Okay, show me what you got. And I super enjoyed it. And everyone I talked to at the store, which is a lot of people, that have read it, Brian really liked it too. It's fun. She's a great character. She's a great, she's charismatic. She's a good foil for others on Justice League. And I want more. It's cool. I like her. I like her supporting cast. It was fun. So there's that. Obviously, I've read the second issue. If I'm talking about it so much, it's not just from the first issue. I feel all these things. Read both issues of Superman, Wonder Woman, both issues of Wonder Woman. So moving on. Third day, you do a toy show. I was talking about moving the toy show into this Sunday show. Have some comics and some toys. It's 2 hours, and do an hour comics, hour toys. Other than that, we were talking about making a Friday show, whether it would be on here or on our own page, be toys. So we're already doing comics on Tuesday and Wednesdays. Doing pretty well with that. I mean, doing awesome with that. Really, it's been a blast. So, Jared, you're saying you're interested in a bundle? Like you'd be interested in a bundle of like all the covers of Berserk? Because there's a lot of covers. There's a lot of covers. All right. And here is the second issue, the final issue of Future State Swamp Thing. It's number 2. And this is the B cover, cardstock cover. Cover price of $5. And I dig it. So this is the second print number 1 of Harley. This is the second print number 1 of Swamp Thing. And this is the new Man Bat miniseries, first issue, only issue out. All these are new on Tuesday. And then this is Wonder Woman, number 1, second print. All right. What's up, Sean? I'm gonna start taking this down. That is the Swamp Thing. And number 2, 2 of 2, the B cover, cardstock cover. And this is the Harley Quinn second print. And this is an exclusive variant cover, Virgin variant of Phantom Starkiller. Really cool colors on that cover. And here is, so if you got both of these, you'd have the full story 1 and 2. Taking down the Man Bat and the Marvel Zombies. And I'm putting up Vader. How about some Vader? And I love this Frazetta homage type cover. Darth Vader Visions. I have 1 and 2 here for $12. 2 is a pretty sick cover too, as well. But that, man, that's menacing. So that is 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I don't think that's the Glow Phantom. I think it was just like, I think it was called Blacklight, but I don't know if it was officially called Blacklight. It didn't seem like it was really glow material. It was such a fun read, though. And that Count Draco is coming. Count Draco, Knuckle Duster. Good times. All right. I'm taking down the second print. And then this is the art germ cover of Next Batman number 3, which is new this coming week. And this is the first mention of Sword. The first mention of Sword. And it is the first full appearance of director Abigail Brand. So it's both. That's cool. It's both in one book. It's a near mint. It's $45. So there's that. So we got that Phantom Call. And I have a Kickstarter book that I'm super excited about, and I backed at the retail level. Didn't know these creators ahead of time. It's True Cult, and I have it, and I have a great deal on it, and I was very, very happy with the delivery. And they gave me some extras. That was fun. And then I read it, and it was awesome. So you called Vader as well. Cool, cool, cool. Sorry, I was just talking. Bro. And that Vader is 1 and 2. And this book that I was yammering about is called True Cult. And I have it for $10. It's exercised. It has a cardstock cover. And it is super fun. This book, it's a crime heist. It's the protagonist, this dude, life's going nowhere, worked at this burger place for 15 years. It's like, on the one hand, yes, you could do that, but I'm talking 15 years and still just kind of like maybe shift supervisor, not even like manager. So there's that. I think all of us probably have worked in some minimum wage job. It's very relatable, but it's crime. Crime, and more crime. And then there's a crazy twist at the end. And I really, really dug it. If you like Clerks, you'll love it. Not only did it obviously have that comparison when, it's like fast food, convenience store, kind of that type of thing. It felt that way in the verb. Like it felt like askew, but not in a way that is in any way copying it. It's that, this is a sensibility that they had, that Smith tapped into, that my man here, Scott Brian Wilson, is also tapping into. It's something that I think a lot of you would enjoy. I love reading about scuzzy protagonists, very flawed, very ridiculous protagonists that make bad choices, and they make more bad choices. That I am a really big fan of. I mean, I love protagonists like this. This book, they sent me a little note here saying, thank you so much for the support. Here's your retailer tier order, plus an extra copy and a keychain. And I got a keychain. I'm like a key holder, closing manager. So this book, when you get it, they have tape that they made, custom tape that looks like the Hamburger Burger Lord logo. And it also has a sticker and a signed card. So the book itself is not signed, but there is a card in each one that's double signed by both the writer and the artist, the co-creators, and a sticker. So you'd get that and the custom tape and the book. And here's the thing with this. The thing that's that I realized after I got it in and was going to be like, oh, I better price this. I don't even remember what I paid for this. I did the retailer tier because it sounded great, and I'm a retailer. So anyway, with this, the $10 tier, it was digital only. You got a digital copy only. It was the drive-through, digital copy only, and your name included in the thank you section. And then the valued customer was $15, and it's still just digital copy and some bonuses. You have to get all the way up to the combo meal for $25. Then you get the digital copy and the physical copy and your name mentioned in the thank you. Where is this? I want to show. They did the thank you page. It was truly cool. They made it look like a menu, a graffitied menu from Burger Lord. And we are actually like the very first name on the thank you. A Comic Shop. Right there. So super fun book. Nice crime. But like low budget, low level crime. Colors are great, very moody, atmospheric. Everything just works. The pacing, the dialogue is there. I want to read anything else this guy does, honestly, seriously. The artist, her name would be a +2 on anything. Like I would be like, oh, cool, I want to see that. This was such a good first sampling of these two creators. It was like right in my wheelhouse, and sure, that's why I backed the Kickstarter, but it still had to execute well. It still had to deliver, because if I'm into this and I've read things like this, I know which ones that I really liked and which ones were like, that's cool. But boom, this was over delivered, way better than I expected on every aspect. The packaging, the delivery, they deliver well on time. And even I was taking it from the title of the issue. You got time to lean, you got time to clean. Like, of course I heard that when I worked at Taco Bell, like, come on. Good stuff. So I'm selling this, the actual physical copy with the signed card and the sticker for $10. And like I said, you'd have to go all the way up to the $25 tier to get that. Yes, you would get a digital copy, and yes, you would have your name in the thank you. But that's the lowest bar to getting the physical copy. So there's that. And if you like crime noir with lowlifes, with not professional, like amateur crime noir, that is the ticket. I freaking loved it. All right. I found some more of these. Near Mint Plus, absolutely 9.6 to 9.8. Absolutely, these copies that I have, that I tucked away, they are perfect. They are copies that I would all pre-screen for 9.8. None of them look like, oh, that one's not. I wouldn't, that one's 9.6. Of course, things can be 9.6s that you think are 9.8s. That's why you pre-screen in the first place. But every single one of them went straight from the diamond box to the bag and board to the deep hold. And some, I guess, got sorted out, and I keep finding a few. So $10 for hoops. So that I really, really highly recommend. And I got this cool Harley connecting covers. Check this out. $20. And it's 24 and 25, both connecting. Obviously, they have to both connect if one does. And it is Why So Serious? It has the H and the Q for Harley Quinn. It has Batman in the background, Joker's face in the background, and the classic version and the modern version. Just really cool, well put together, well designed Cho connecting cover variant. So I put that at 20. They are perfect copies. I saw them sell for this much together, and I also saw them sell for $10 separate. But they definitely sell better together because you don't have a job. You buy one, now you have a job. You have to find the other one. So you got them both. You got it. Cool. So I got Matt Ricks on True Cult. What else I got? True Cult, Matt Rex, True Cult, Tanya Hansen. Nice. We got this. And it is a super fun book. The twist at the end of the issue is super solid. I didn't see it coming, even with some of the iconography. What's this 5 minutes thing? We're going to go to a commercial. $10 for Hansen. And then you guys see that Harley thing? I would take I'd take an offer on that. I priced it at full, but I think it looks awesome. Oh, Sean was like, what book is that? I didn't see that, Sean. Flying Solo. So this is the Paper Girls #1. Perfect copy. Put 9.6 to 9.8 because, I can't guarantee a 9.8. But with these copies, I would, I'd guarantee a 9.6. I would. they're just perfect looking. They're ones I would turn in and expect 9/8. I mean, I would expect if I turned in like 10 books, I'd expect maybe one of them to get rejected if I pre-screened them, but still, I wouldn't be able to tell which one. And this is a Near Mint Plus copy of Department of Truth, #1, runaway hit. I really, really enjoy the book. Like, it's the first book I read when I come home with a stack when it comes out that week. So there's that. All right, we're going to go to a break.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves, and I'm excited to introduce you to Berserker, a new comic book epic that kicks off in comic stores everywhere. It's a dream come true for me to create Berserker and collaborate with legends in the industry like writer Matt Kent, artist Ron Garney, color artist Bill Crabtree, letterer Clem Robbins, and artist Raphael Grandpont, providing character designs and covers, along with the great folks at Boom Studios. Creating and co-writing Berserker is a thrill for me, as I've loved comics since I was a young kid, and they've been a significant influence on me artistically throughout my career. If you want to pre-order your copy, just contact your local comic shop, which you can find by visiting comicshoplocator.com, and let them know you want them to pull a copy of Berserker for you every month. That's all it takes to join us for this exciting 12-issue series about an immortal man cursed with power, forced into violence, and searching for meaning in a life consumed by chaos. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy it.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Yo, we're back. Yeah, that Berserker comic sounds totally badass. Like, I am super stoked for it. Matt Kent is one of my favorite writers. Like, seriously, it just sounds so weird. I've known Matt Kent since his very first work. I went to college in St. Louis to UMSL, and he lived in St. Louis. I think he still lives in St. Louis. And I met him at a VFW hall. It was a VFW hall, which were big in St. Louis, convention, like little pop-up convention, local thing with, I did an online store called Convergence Comics back then. And we're talking the year 2000, literally 2000, 2001, 2002. And I saw him sketching something and I was like, dude, I like that. That's cool. What you got? And he had some crime noir. So he had some good stuff. And man, he is a great writer. I love his hero trade. I cannot wait to get more of that by Matt Kent. And then what can we say about Keanu? I mean, Keanu Reeves, he is comedic and action. I mean, the dude is John Wick. Oh my God, that way exceeded my expectations. I watched John Wick just because it was on HBO and I already paid for HBO, and the first one. And because, I wasn't a big theater guy. I think it was, when one of my kids were, so small that could never get out to go to the movies. And I watched it and I was thoroughly enthralled. Yeah, it was badass. So I'm really excited about that, and we will have plenty of copies of that. I am making the decision tomorrow whether I do the 1,000 copies. I'm probably 70% there. I'm going to talk to my man up there, Jared Lundberg, seeing if he's really serious about it. If he wants the whole set, I don't know. I could have it. And the other ones are $5 each. There's $5 each. So if anyone wants to claim Berserk #1, we will have it in 3 weeks for the $5 cover price. And then we will have like the 1 to 10s, the 1 to 25s, the 1 to 50s, probably 1 to 100s, 1 to 200 variant, 1 to 500 variant, and we might have the 1 to 1,000 variant. So lots and lots and lots of crazy stuff. So what I have on here is I have the 2 connecting variants, Cho connecting variants of Harley Quinn, the classic and the modern. You have the H and the Q. You have Batman in the background, Joker's face in the background. It says, "Why so serious?" Just a great striking image there. So I have that at 20. That's what it has sold for a lot. X-Men 6. What's that about? Yeah, we're doing a Sunday night show again. And Mr. Robert C. Paulson, I'm not sure what you're saying. $30 in X-Men 6. What? All right, so this is the first print of Department of Truth #1 at the high value because it is in Near Mint Plus. I have that at 15. This is that Kickstarter True Cult. It is a crime noir, but the protagonist is a dude that's worked in, his only job has been on the grill. So, oh, you are right. I'm sorry. I forgot all about that. I literally forgot about it. In my mind, it was Sword. It's the first Sword. It is absolutely issue 6 of Astonishing X-Men. So, like, if you had asked me, like, what's the first mention of Sword? I'd be like, Astonishing X-Men 6. But seriously, just slipped my mind. All right. So, yeah, that is Near Mint, and that is her first mention. I'll take down these Harleys. Take down this Swamp Thing. This is Swamp Thing Future State #2, the B cover variant. Really pretty. This is the final issue. It's 2 issues, and it had a very satisfying ending. But the same creative team are going to be doing an ongoing that is set in the modern time where this is in the future, and we'll see how they got there, or see how they avoid getting there, hopefully. All right, so this is Phantom Star Killer. It is the man, I forgot what variant this is. This might be the web store variant. I'm not sure, but it's a really cool variant. I don't think this is glow in the dark. Usually when it's glow in the dark, I feel it on the cover. I think these are just like black lighty. But that very cool cover, first print, only $10. The regular cover first print is a $12 book. Put that at $10. And here is the second print of Swamp Thing 1. Design variant looking. And then I came across one of these, just digging around. Didn't know I had one. This was that unsolicited Solid Blood, Robert Kirkman, Ryan Otley Solid Blood 17. $10. Near Mint. Didn't know I had one left. I think it was the one that I took home to read because I wanted to read it. And I think I just kind of like misplaced it here. But misplaced it in a Near Mint. If I know that it's something that I'm going to sell, I read even more gingerly than I normally read a comic book. And with that, we just got the copies we got because it was unsolicited. We had no idea it was coming. We couldn't order more of it. And there's one left. So it's Robert Kirkman. You like Robert Kirkman? That's a Robert Kirkman book that is going to be pretty friggin' rare. So you were making an offer. Where was the offer? Oh, 30 on 6. Yes. And that is $30, and that is Mr. DeShields. Shields get swords. Thank you, sir. Thank you for bearing with me there. As I rambled on about stuff. You got that. And you got that. Thank you, Tanya. Cool, 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 cool. Here was a fun book. Oming did it. Michael Evan Oming, who did all of Powers with Bendis and plenty of other things. But Dick Tracy, all 4 issues. Dick Tracy, Forever, IDW, and it is all 4 issues for $16. All perfect. Nothing wrong with them. Came in a collection, and they look great. I still have a couple of these left. I had 10 altogether. I know when I posted that I was doing it, some people claimed it in the comments of my post. I think Matt Rex was one of those people. So we obviously pulled one for him during the show. So I'll be looking over that and seeing what's up. And here is the Future State Wonder Woman 2, issue 2, the B variant. And that is $5 cover price. Oh, this is pretty fun. This is all 4 issues of Shazam, the 4-part miniseries that was right after Legends, which was right out of Crisis. So Crisis of Infinite Earths merged Earth S with the main Earth, like 5 Earths got merged together. And this was his first series with that. He first appeared in the regular DC universe in Legends, and Legends led right into this. So this is all 4 issues. There's Black Adam. Now he's mad. So this is Shazam. All 4 of that many for just $8, $2 an issue. Got a call on Shazam. Cool. Well, this is fun. So this is in like VG plus. Could say fine minus, but really love this cover. I have this issue. I like to get all the appearances of the characters that are my favorite when it's reasonable, you know, but I also strategically kind of picked my niche characters that I try to buy all their appearances are like Booster Gold, Doom Patrol, Ted Core, Blue Beetle, Guy Gardner, stuff like that. So characters like that. Creeper. So this is Challenge of the Unknown, number 48. I put it in VG Plus, and it is the Challenger is the Doom Patrol crossover. The Chals meet the Doom Patrol, a fantastic first meeting of the Challengers and the Doom Patrol. And I had that at 15. I'd taken an offer on that. Had that at 10. This is new. And this 16, I just put them at cover price. I saw it selling for that on eBay. Thought, hey, maybe that's the value. But if someone wants to make an offer, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, this was fun. This is like one of the only keys of Green Lantern Corps, this volume. Check it out. It is the movie homage variant. We just had that for the cover price of $4. Challenges for 10. Yeah, man. Make that happen. And then this is Justice League number 68, mid-grade. Put it about a 5.0, but I'm more harsh on things usually. I mean, there's always times where I might not see something, or the employee that graded it and priced it didn't see something, and I also didn't see it. But I try to steer towards saying it's worse off than it is in point value. So I had that at 20. Our best offer, it is Justice League number 68, 12-cent cover. Cool. Oh, these were fun. Check these out, guys. These are the mini comics, Marvel mini comics. Super fun. Back around when they were doing the Star Comics and all that. They're comic books. They're just small. And these are really cool reprints. And this one is the Spider-Man one. So I have that for $5. And then I also have that Captain America for President one. $5. Then I have Care Bears, and that is Marvel, but they're Star imprint. They're all ages imprint. Care Bears. I freaking love me some Care Bears. Good Luck Bear. It's my fave. And then Heathcliff, Star Comics Marvel Heathcliff. $5. So I got all 4 of those out because I thought it was funny to put them all out at the same time. Watching that keep up on Facebook, the subtitles. It's fun. Ridiculous. What do we got here? Mix some stuff in. Some weird stuff, man. Yeah, the Care Bears looks awesome, man. Look at that. It's like they're working for like Monsters Inc. or something. All right, so I got Tanya Hansen on Care Bears and Heathcliff. Awesome. All right, so I have the Spider-Man, which is him versus Scorpion, and he's the people's choice, Captain America for president. Marvel Comics, Captain America. Kind of cool. It looks like it's type of like political propaganda pamphlet you'd be handed while you're like watching a, I don't know, 4th of July parade. So here is the first appearance of the 616 Miles Morales. This book has been going straight up. Near mint copy. And that is $12. And I take an offer on this all for Dick Tracy if anyone is interested. Boom. And here is the second print of number 2 of Future State Next Batman. Tim Fox. And here is number 1. And these are cover price. Cover price, these are double sized. I mean, these are actually more than double sized. They have like 2 features and then a backup. I didn't really count the pages of the backup. The has the Arkham Knight story, but has Outsiders, like nice features of that. I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't reading the Outsiders either, which is very odd. Wasn't reading the main title as it was coming out, but then when it was a backup in Batman, and read Batman, enjoyed Batman. Hey, I want some more of this future Gotham City. I'll read this Outsiders story. I mean, I'm already sitting here. It's not like I want to do any work. And I start reading. It's like, wow, this is really good. This is really, really cool. So I would love more Outsiders of that cast in that type of feel. It's taking down this Dick Tracy. We'll have taken an offer on that. And here is Black Cat. Black Cat, I have a variant of number 1. And then I have 2 and 3. So it's a variant number 1. And then issue 2, Campbell cover. And issue 3, Campbell cover. So that's 1, 2, and 3. For some reason, they priced it at $7. So it's 1, 2, and 3 for $7. 1, 2, and 3 for $7. This was fun. This I don't even really remember. It is 1, 2, and 3 of Models Inc. 1, 2, and 3 of Models Inc. And it's kind of cool. It is actually kind of cool. So this is Models Inc. It looks like a magazine, like a Cosmo or Vogue magazine. Volume 1, issue 1, 2, and 3. Millie the model. Look at that Mary Jane cover. $606. Oh man. 616 ways to make your costume look just more like more than just tights. I mean, these are funny. These are super funny. They're like this like that kind of tabloid-esque talking gossip about Tony Stark and Johnny Storm and Dazzler, Hellcat. Super fun looking book. So this is odd, but pretty fun looking. And it is great covers. So that is 1, 2, and 3 for $10. This is the first appearance of 616 Miles for $12, and this is 1, 2, and 3 of Black Cat for $7. And this is new this week for DC. It is an all ages, more digest sized volume of Justice League Unlimited. And the theme of this, Hocus Pocus, is stories with magical characters. So each story is a full, complete single issue. This book, when it came out, Justice League Unlimited, it was in the Bruce Timm universe of the multiverse, and every issue was a single issue story. So some of these, like one of them that I really enjoyed, actually, it's Blue Devil is the protagonist of this story, and it's all about him and how he deals with scaring people he's trying to save. Also, each story has a little bit of a not beating you on the head with it, but a little bit of a kind of one to grow on type of moral type of thing. like something you learn because the hero learns. Stargirl learns something in the first issue that is in Atlantis, and the magical character connection is Arion. You know, that's pretty cool. So this is all ages, and it's just a $10 cover price. I'll take this down. I'll take down the Future State Wonder Woman. Here is issue 63 of Marvel Team Up. It's in VG. We put it at $5. Oh, quite a few Marvel Team Ups queued up here. Now that's fun. Take all these down. I've got models 1, 2, and 3. I have the second print Tim Fox design cover. That mini comic. Movie homage. That's a exclusive variant. And this is Venom the End. Venom the End variant. One shot. Venom the End. The Captain America mini comic. This is Justice League 68. And here is Ultimate Comics 123. Nice Venom cover. And here is In Fine Condition Spider-Woman number 2. Spider-Woman number 2, newsstand in fine condition for $4. Ooh, this one is cool. I got Howard the Duck number 13. It is in VF Plus, and it is the first appearance of Kiss. First appearance of Kiss. Kiss and Tell in the Psycho Ward, and it's a newsstand variant, or newsstand edition. So boom, VF Plus Howard the Duck 13. We have that at $40. So the Marvel team up was this one. Cool. Then here is for $5, Shadowland Moon Knight number 1. Pretty awesome looking cover there. All right. It's got Venom the End. Got this Howard the Duck first appearance of Kiss. Got Spider-Woman number 2 and Shadowland Moon Knight. And this is in VG. I mean, this is a low grade copy. I mean, obviously it presents well, but it has like a spine roll. It has what looks like kind of a tear, but you know, it's not ripped, but it's a color break that looks like a tear. Cover's obviously completely attached. There's nothing detached. It's just creases. There's a tear at the top there. There's some discoloration on the cover. So I put it way down. I have it at 10. But again, you know, it's pretty beat. I'd take an offer on that. what that is the Wedding of Vision and Scarlet Witch, but it's a VG copy. Old school fans like Michael Acevedo know this. This is when I put Avengers West Coast Avengers on my pull list. It's like, yo, you gonna put John Byrne on this, and he's gonna bring back the original Human Torch? Okay, cool, let's do this. So that was a fun book. He had a lot of fun with that, and some of that stuff is characterization that was pulled for Scarlet Witch that is in this WandaVision show. Yeah, definitely I'd take 8 on that. That is I never know how to price low grade stuff. I mean, there's the value that it kind of is, you know, when it says like, well, in this low grade it's this, but try selling it for that every time. Because in the back of someone's mind it's like, well, you know, maybe I'll just wait and pay a little bit of money for a higher grade. Or maybe I'll make an offer and get this low grade for a little bit less. Is what I see happen most of the time. What's up, people? So I got that giant size. See what else I can put out here. I do have more of these Marvel team-ups. Oh, this was fun. Yeah, this is a near mint copy here. Amazing Spider-Man number 312. It is Green Goblin versus Hobgoblin. And I want to say that it's the first Green Goblin versus Hobgoblin because it literally says on the cover, it finally happens. Green Goblin versus Hobgoblin. So that is a near mint copy of number 312. Oh, by the way, that is a Topic Prowler cover. Pretty badass cover. That is 312. This is issue 50 of West Coast Avengers. That is Howard the Duck 13, first appearance of Kiss. And that is Venom the End. Ooh, and I also have this fun cover. Scotty Young, House of X, issue 5. You got Cypher and Warlock. Doug Ramsey, Warlock. Scotty Young. I likes it. Any Godzilla. No, I didn't really queue up any Godzilla. I do pull that and like the Shogun Warriors and kind of sort that and ROM and kind of sort those Marvel ones off to the side. But yeah, I need to just pull those all together and see what I got. So if you are interested, cool. It's going good, man. It's going good. Had a good week. Yeah, still haven't got my stuff back from CGC, but I'm going to follow up again on that tomorrow. And yeah, man, good times. So top of the hour, and I think we should go to commercial. I got you. What? I'm back already? Seriously? Cool. So I got Tanya Hansen on the West Coast Avengers, and got some cool stuff to put out. I'll take offers on these things that have been out here. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 312, Green Goblin vs. Hobgoblin, Todd McFarlane cover. That's Spider-Woman #2, newsstand, in fine condition, $4. It's Howard the Duck, VF Plus, newsstand, First Kiss. And then I have a Scotty Young Douglock. That's what I said. So anyway, we used to call him Douglock back in the day. So anyway, here is a hard to find copy, hard to find issue, Quality Comics, import. It is Rogue Trooper #1, the ABC Warriors. That is Rogue Trooper #1. Nice British book. Which one is this? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, it's that one. All right, so I did this for 10 now. Amazing Spider-Man for 10. Cool. Doing it. X book, that's a variant cover of House of X #5. It's just a Scotty Young variant. And it's cool. So I figured like, I'll put that out if someone's favorite character is, or one of their favorite characters is Doug Ramsey. I'm really digging him in this Hickman run. But there it is for $6, our best offer. First Kiss is $40. And here is a cool looking variant of Star Wars Rogue One, Cassian, and K2SO. Where are you going to get more story with K2SO? This is not an adaptation of the movie. This is a one-shot, and it's a variant cover. If you want to move quick, because I only had it priced at $1 over cover. Variant, there he is, K2SO. And Cassian, Rogue One, one-shot. And yeah, I'll do that for $4, man. You got that. Cool. Then I got this Donald Duck. It is at worst VF. I'm going to put VF. It says 234 on the top. It's also a Whitman variant. I don't think my guys looked this up. It looks like DuckTales, even though it says Donald Duck. It's cool looking. I mean, come on, guys. You can't tell me that's not awesome. So I'll put this out. Won't put it there because don't want to be confusing. Donald Duck, Howard the Duck. Do you want a Donald Duck, Howard the Duck combo? We could do that. All right. So I got you on the K2SO. Cool. Got that Donald Duck gun. You know it looks cool, man. Like, seriously. I came across some Walking Dead keys near the end here. Death of Rick, near mint, $8. That is issue 192. And then the second print is worth the same, the Memorial variant. And then I have 293, the final issue in near mint. Take this Howard the Duck down. That's a nice book. Take down this Venom. And this is the final issue. These are all near mint. So you have the death and the eulogy, basically. And this is the memorial cover. Someone wants to make an offer for all three. I would be very interested in that. And I have the Spider-Verse Spider Noir Adams cover, variant cover of Spider Noir. This is Spider-Verse #1. It also has silk on it. And that looks like Spider-Bee from the Old Man Logan universe. But that is Spider Noir. $4. So that would be cover price. And this is all 7 parts of Death Metal, recently concluded series that launched the entire future state, the entire future slate. And that is all 7 $5 an issue books, full and complete. This is Mortal Kombat #1. It's in VF, had an $8, based on the hit arcade game. You know, the hit arcade game. And then I have Web of Spider-Man. These are in Fine Plus. They're all newsstand. Number 15 is the first appearance of Chance. Number 1 is this key vest cover. But I have them at Fine Plus, and they're all newsstand. It is 1 through 17 for $40. That is 1. Then I have all of them here, and they are definitely all newsstand. You see that barcode on all of them. So, got that Hulk issue. Really cool cover there. Just love that black costume. And it goes through, there's that first appearance of Chance. And he's back in the other costume again. So that is 1 through 17, Fine Plus for $40. And then I have Amazing Spider-Man 801 for $4. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 178 in Fine. And it's a newsstand. Newsstand. And there is number 20, 20-cent cover in Fine. I have number 18, Marvel Team Up. Team up with Black Panther. Teaming up Human Torch and the Hulk. Human Torch and the Hulk. That ain't even Spider-Man. Very rare that it wasn't Spider-Man. See Thomas Wolfe on that 179. Thank you. remember I saw another one that wasn't Spider-Man, just in this stack here. Marvel Team Up that wasn't Spider-Man and someone else. First Sticks and Stones. This is issue 309. Issue 309. First Sticks and Stone. Black Panther and Spidey, done. Cool Bronze Age book there. That is in VF. It is number 107, and it's Spider-Man and She-Hulk. And here is a key cover. Take down the Spider-Man 108 and this Mortal Kombat. This is Daredevil number 4, where Daredevil is wearing Punisher's shirt, Punisher's symbol. This is near mint. It is the second print cover. It is the rare cover, and it is $12. So this is Human Torch and Hulk. Awesome, you've been looking for that. So I got Spider and She-Hulk. And here is a rare copy of Doctor Strange. I mean, just look how ridiculous this cover is. It's $15. It's near mint. And it is odd. It's definitely odd. Books with second looks. And it is all black and white on the inside. This is from October 1994. Really neat. I don't remember this from 1994. I wasn't reading Doctor Strange in 1994. More of a DC guy. I think that was around Age of Apocalypse, so I got into all that. So this is Marvel Watch, Volume 1, Number 0. Marvel Watch. Pretty crazy. Was not aware of this book's existence. What is Marvel Watch? Books with second looks. And it was all in black and white. Pretty freaking neat. I mean, it's a little strange. It really is strange. It is strange. You got like what looks like a nude Doctor Strange in the fetal position on a black and white cover with the Watcher, and then the entire book's in black and white. But it's cool. That was a character that I was all about. I would have to have that. You know, I just would have to have that. It's a curiosity about a character. Here is Daredevil, number 295, featuring Ghost Rider. He's like riding on the back of the bike. That's $4. And this is Marvel 2-in-1. It's not Marvel Team Up, but Marvel 2-in-1. The Thing and the Incredible Hulk. It's issue 46. It's in fine. It's a newsstand. And I have it at $5. And I take an offer on a lot of this stuff, you know, like it was priced at whatever key collector, if it's a key or around, you know, lower than what around what it was selling for on eBay, like sold auctions, sold items. And I have this Daredevil story. It is Last Rites, and it brings you all the way through issue 300. I remember buying this off the stands. 97, 298, 299, and 300. 300, really cool looking cover there. Lee Weeks art. So that is Daredevil, 97 through 300, Last Rites, all four, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Last Rites, brings you up through issue 300. And we had that for $12. For $12. So a lot of this stuff that I put out, I would take offers on easily. Easily. I have Fairest from the Pages of Fables, and this is a key cover, a key Adam Hughes cover. It is only $8 as a key, but it is a cool looking key. Adam Hughes, Fairest, near mint, and that is issue number 3, but it is a key because of that cover. She's blowing onto a window or a mirror, I guess, and then writing the title with her finger. Clever, clever, clever cover. And it's Adam Hughes. I have that at $8. And here's Marvel Fanfare 48 for $5. And this is in fine condition, newsstand, the final issue of Ghost Rider. Death of Ghost Rider, final issue of Ghost Rider. It is in fine condition, though. It is in fine condition, lots of color breaks on the spine. It's a newsstand edition. We put that at 12. Thing and Hulk. Cool. I can like that comment. And here's a fun book from 1989. It is Damage Control. All 4 issues of Damage Control. When superheroes need help, they call Damage Control. They fix New York. We got Patch with a pie. So this would be $2 each. It's all 1 through 4 for $8. All 1 through 4 for $8. Damage Control, the first mini series. Fanfare She-Hulk went. And Damage Control went. Cool. Fanfare She-Hulk. And Damage Control. Sweet. Thank you, Lewis. I got some weird stuff, man. How about this? VF Plus. The Life of Pope John Paul II. First print. It was just the second. Bad joke. All right. Where are we now? Which Spidey is that? That is Amazing Spider-Man 309. You got Todd McFarlane cover, and its first appearance is Sticks and Stones. It's issue 309. Yeah, the final issue Ghost Rider and Fine. We have The Life of Pope John Paul II. I have this awesome Adam Hughes cover. Human Torch and the Hulk. This is issue 8 and Fine of Marvel Team Up. Then I have New Avengers #1. This is by Hickman, and it's the first appearance of the Black Swan. First appearance of the Black Swan. Didn't they have a whole movie? The first appearance of Black Swan. It's issue 1 of New Avengers, and it's just $4. Do you need the Pope? They're like asking someone if they need Jesus in the South. All right, here we go. So I have the first Black Swan, near mint, $4. I have Pope John Paul II, VF Plus, for $10. I have the Death of Ghost Rider, the final issue of Ghost Rider 81. It is in fine condition, though. I had that up for a while. Here is Daredevil, Last Rites, all 4. It is $297 through $300 in near mint for $12. Issue 300 is pretty. And then this is Jason Aaron's Thanos Rising. I got all 5 for $15. Got some cool Thanos covers here. Thanos Rising. He's rising. So it's a nice Thanos, Jason Aaron, Thanos origin story. Thanos Rising. Who did the art in this? Let's find out together. And this is a Fine Minus copy of Marvel 2-in-1 Thing and Daredevil. Number 3. Spidey and Ghost for 20. Yeah, okay. I'll pick up that Ghost Rider. Penciler is John Tartaglini. Writer is Stephen Grant. Editor-in-chief is Jim Shooter. So this is Pope John Paul II. So you wanted the Spider-Man and that final issue of Ghost Rider, I assume, together for 20. I'll just do both of them for 10 since you know my invoice guy can handle that better. If I'm trying to explain that these are both together for 20. All right. So I like that comment. So I got all 5 issues of Thanos Rising. I got Marvel 2-in-1, Thing and Daredevil. And I got first Black Swan, New Avengers #1 by Jonathan Hickman. And this is an awesome key. Planet X Conclusion. The New X-Men #150, Grant Morrison. Love that cover. This is $6 near mint. And then in near mint minus, gave this a harsh look over. Near mint minus, it is issue 149 of Uncanny X-Men for $10. Then I have in VF Marvel Age #1, Chris Starr. Marvel Age #1, Simonson cover. VF for $5. Marvel Age #1, $5. Then I have Outlawed, $5. And then in VF, I have Avengers number 220. Put that on the Pope. The Pope. So I got the X-Men sold. Stein looks like he called X-Men right before you asked what issue it was. It was issue 149. But again, his claim for it came in above that. I wasn't looking, but when I did look and scrutinized it, his claim is above yours. So, but it was issue 149. Not saying I'm on the ball, just saying that I made the right call. Going to be a rhyming demon from now on. And here is issue 330 of Amazing Spider-Man in near mint for $7. You know, our best offer. Oh, and I found one more. Can't sell this under $10. Let's see, 8 on 2 and 1. That's what I had here. Yeah, man. Sweet. I can't sell this under $10. This is a first print recount #1 comic book shop and network exclusive. And this is worth $20 by itself, the ash can of the recount. But I could sell them both together for $20 because that's not selling this under 10. So I could put that up. Take down Outlaw #1. Let's see. Like that comment. Take down this awesome X-Men. Number 150. And I'll put up this recount. You get both the ash can and the first print #1 Comic Shop and Network exclusive for $20. I got that. All right. All right. So we could go on for another commercial break, and I will have some new stuff out. If you want any of this stuff, just remember it and type it. You can type it while we're on break. But cue commercial. Fight Club.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Yo, we're back. How about that? I grabbed some of these Marvel team-ups. Some really fun Bronze Age books. Almost all Spider-Man. We had one that wasn't Spider-Man before. It was Human Torch. That was a fluke. I do, for some reason, remember another one that wasn't, but I could be remembering the 2-in-1 that wasn't Thing. But anyway, this is, I mean, look how weird this newsstand is with that weird box there with the 30 cents. They certainly changed it up right quick on this one. But this is a VF copy of 48. It is Spider-Man and Iron Man. First appearance of Wraith and first appearance of Jean DeWolf. And still just $4 in VF. Still just $4. Issue 48. I have issue 49. It's a continuation of that story. Has Iron Man again. And that is $4. And then over here I have issue 51. Also Iron Man. Also VF. Also newsstand. And we put that at $8. And then this was both of these for $20. Both for $20. Yeah, I could get Stegman. My buddy Rick is friendly with him. He's had him at several of his cons. This is issue 91. Issue 91 in VF. And it's Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. Issue 91, Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. These are super fun. Ooh. In stores this week. That is awesome. Great job getting them for that, man. Was that on the commercial and I just wasn't paying attention? I was trying to prep more books. Like queue them up to put them up. So, got those. Making it happen. Someone wanted to make an offer on multiples of the team ups. It's always easy to do offers on multiples of the same title. Got a newsstand, Spider-Man 176, and it. I'm gonna say Fine Plus. I could go for VF, but I'm gonna say Fine Plus. So we have these out here. I would take offers. And then here is issue 176 in Fine Plus of Amazing Spider-Man, of the main book. And here was a fun little run that they put together. Oh, I'm not doing the interview. I have my own show on Tuesday I got to do. But I'm sure I could line up an interview with him at some point. Be fun. Here is issue 83 of Team Up through 88, all in VF. So I got you there, Mr. Wolf. All newsstand. This is Nick Fury. Looks like Black Widow as well. This is Master Kung Fu. All newsstand. Shang-Chi, Black Widow, and Nick Fury. This one is the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then we have another Black Panther. Part of this set, though, Claws of the Panther. And then Invisible Girl. So that is 83 through 88 for $34. Our best offer. I'll grab this one down here. Cool. Here's something near and dear to me. Of course, I own this issue myself. Issue 6 of Booster Gold. At last, the origin of Booster Gold. Guest starring Superman. $3. $3. Oh, and here is Batman 4 and 5. Batman, not 4, 8 and 5. 8 and 5. They're both $4. This is issue 5. That's issue 4. They're both $4 each. Got that Booster Gold Origin, man. So those are just $4. And here's a near mint copy of Teen Titans 39. Teen Titans number 39. Just $5. Why is this a key? It is the last appearance of Dick Grayson as Robin. The last Dick Grayson as Robin is there. That's what it is. Issue on Booster is issue 6. It's the origin of Booster Gold is issue 6. It's a beautiful copy. Teen Titans is gone. And this is issue 17 of The Question, which is the first appearance of the Watchmen in the DC Universe. The Question, Vic Sage picks up a trade paperback of The Watchmen at Airport Bookstore, is reading it on his plane, falls asleep, dreams of Rorschach. Rorschach talks crap to him in his dream. And it happened. It's there. First time the Watchmen characters appeared in the DC Universe. We got that Booster. Nice, nice. And here is a perfect copy of Gotham by Gaslight. Near mint plus copy, Gotham by Gaslight. I have a set of both Superman 123s. This is the Energy Superman, the Electric Blue Soups. Super Blue Boogaloo. It is 123. We got both versions. And this one is glow in the dark. This one is absolutely totally glow in the dark, where this one is not. Same issue. And it is $10 for both. Our best offer, but those are nice near mint copies. And here's something that's in development. The option is in development. It is Trees number 1. Trees number 1 in near mint for $5. Trees number 1 near mint for $5. I got newsstand versions, VF Plus copies of Man Called Nova. I have issue 5 and issue 4. Issue 4, VF Plus, $12. First appearance and origin of Corruptor. And then issue 5, VF Plus is $7. They're both newsstand. And they're VF Plus. Word. And here is Black Widow 1 and 2, Web of Black Widow 1 and 2 for $8. Pretty cool covers in those. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 for $8. And I'll just go through some of these Marvel team-ups I have here that I had not put out. And just tell you what they is. I have issues 93 and 94 for $12. Shroud and Werewolf, all newsstand. And I have 96 to 105 for $60. But I take offers on these. This is Howard the Duck. There it is. That's the other one. It's Spider-Woman instead of Spider-Man. Hulk and Spider-Woman. That's what it was. Then Black Widow. Then I have another Iron Man. Crack That Whip. Number 72. Oh, I got to team up with Hulk, Power Man, and Iron Fist. Got Quasar. That is issue 113. Team up with Quasar, $4. I have a team up with Falcon. That is issue 114, 113, 114. Perfect copy. Near mint, $6. Spider-Man and Valkyrie. This is 116 for $4. And Gargoyle. This is just running through the Defenders. This is 119. I have Dominic Fortune, 120. And the Beast has 124. I have Tyra, 125. Then I have two Titanic Tales. 126 is Spider-Man and the Hulk, and Power Man and the Son of Satan. Now this one looks interesting. Christmas special, newsstand, 127, Spider-Man and the Watcher. Let's see, Hulk and Iron Fist. Where was that one? I have a Hulk and Iron Fist. I have a Hulk and Quasar. Then what was he wanting? Hulk and Son of Satan right here. Cool. I did think that Watcher was pretty funny though. Kind of want to read that. And this is, I mean, I actually want to read that for sure. This is 129, Spider-Man and the Vision. Cool, I pulled both of these to the side for you, Victor. I'd already pulled that to the side, just waiting to hear what you had to say. You either want it or you already have it. 132, Spider-Man Fantastic Four. I mean, Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four. Spider-Man and Mr. Fantastic. Then I have Spider-Man and Wonder Man, number 136. It looks like we priced 138 through 140 for $12. Spider-Man Sandman, Spider-Man Nick Fury. You know it's serious when they're cracking up the logo. Then I have Spider-Man and Black Widow as part of that run. I've seen that cover before. That looks cool. And then Spider-Man and Captain Marvel. That's Photon Captain Marvel. Rambo. Newsstand 142, $6. Looks pretty cool. So I had Superman and Marvel Age for 12. I think I could dig that out. Superman and I don't know where I put that Marvel Age, but I will do that, sir. That one looked cool. Then I have 143 newsstand, Spider-Man and Star Fox. And you see he started being in his black costume, which is pretty cool. I have 145. I have 146 newsstand with Nomad. 147 with Human Torch again. And then the last two I have are 148 and 149, which is Mighty Thor and Cannonball of New Mutants at the time. Really dig that cover though. It's neat. Eye-catching. So I have these for a cover price. The second prints. That is the Wonder Woman. This is Dark Detective #1. So that's the Bruce Wayne Batman. Harley Quinn #1, second print, design variant. Swamp Things. Then I have both those Batman next Batman, I mean. These are all cover price. And the other issues, Man-Bat. I didn't show this Man-Bat variant cover. Pretty cool Man-Bat #1 variant. $4. It's coming down towards the end. We got 5 minutes left. This is just the $4 cover price. Put that out there. We have the Wonder Woman 2 A cover. That's just $4. That's just $4. I have the Flash A and B cover. I really like this B cover. And yes, that is Barry Allen with all the Rogue Gallery weapons. These are all cover price. The Harley Quinn 2 and the B cover variant, both cover price. These are all this week's books for DC. Oh, I really like this cover of the Superman Metropolis 2, where it has like it's super dark, but it has all the previous versions of Superman looking down on him. And you have the Golden Age, New 52, the more, I guess, Byrne era, post-crisis, and probably Silver Age. There's another hand over there. It's a really cool cover, though. That is what's DC for this week. And I have, a few things here and there. We'll be back next Saturday on here. We will be on our own page on Tuesday from 8 to 10. And we will be on the Comic Book Shopping Network's page on Wednesday from 8 to 10. And we'll keep you guys posted on other weird stuff we do. We might do some other cool stuff. And then I have The Invaders, King Size Annual #1. King Size Annual #1 in fine condition. Really cool cover there. In fine condition. Put that out, The Invaders. And if anyone has any questions, if anyone wants to message me about anything they saw here that didn't sell, or they think I might have an extra copy of, I can definitely add it to your stuff. Shipping is a flat $10 per box that you buy on any show. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. It was fun time. Nice Sunday for me. I know it's the beginning of the week, but for me, it's the end of the week. It starts again on Monday. So let's get some more comics. Want to buy some more collections. Go through some stuff. Let's get digging. So thanks for watching.